Off your mic, it's okay. She off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we not talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun la wa mo, la mo do 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 do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun la wa mo, la mo do 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 do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Hello there. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. If you have time, please invite the Buharians, the Buhari Dideris, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Digetus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaharis, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, and the humbled slaves of this world. And if you still have time enough, do not forget the premium Abrodian Buhari Dideris, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers. And if you have a lot of time, please, before you settle down, invite all the social media bandits, the Facebook adsmen, all the clans of the Sai barbarians, Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, crumb chasers, the ass leakers. Tell them, say that Maiyegun is here.
Godfather is in. Osiloro Maiyegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
Tag them, the articulated morons, the articulated moguls, the articulators, the articulated buffoons. Call them and tell them that Maiyegun is here and the new entrants. I'm talking about the Obidients, they call themselves. But in the days ahead, you are going to see that there is no difference in any of them. As Obidient turned Obidients, is it not Nigeria, a rigged system that many of them are trying to avoid, planning and promising what they can never give?
And yes, we like and yes, we like and yes, we like
Jonathan is coming. The Jonathanians, the Egbere Jonathan clan. It can never happen. It is impossible. All those, it will never happen. Jonathan joining APC. Oh, he's going to run on APC. Whatever the drama is, 48 hours. Tag them in Lagos. Thank you. So good morning once again, good afternoon once again, and good evening to you once again, wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live. I bet all this waiting, you possibly have read the caption and the description of this conversation tonight. If the time allowed us, definitely we are going to open the line for you to also call in and make your own contribution. But before we get fully into it, there is this two announcements I need to make quickly, just before we get into it, because once we get into it, we may never do it. And that is based on what we are doing on Maiyegun's Diary Politico and the people of the Temple of Truth, the brethren here and, and there. Our fundraiser, the funding that we have been doing on the side, and we have also been affecting some few things out there. Anyway, we haven't spent any dime from it in the last 3 weeks. Let's put it that way. So which simply means that with what we had as a balance, with what we received as a new donation, which you all knew about the last few days, everything is coming. And what we have right now as our balance in pound sterling is 7,597 pounds. And I actually use an approximation to say we currently have 7,600 pounds. Now, if you have to use that in your Naira conversion, it simply means that the people of the Temple of Truth, we have in our savings that we are yet to touch a sum of 5 million Naira. Now, this is for you, the donor, for you, the supporters, for you, the brethren, in the Temple of Truth. That is our balance as of today. Now, we haven't done any kind of additional fundraiser, so to say, but from all fronts, we can say once we begin to spend again, it is going to be from our 5 million Naira. Put it that way. That is the first announcement. Nothing is planned for now. We have paid for the, for the publicity of our billboards out there. We have paid from April to the end of June, which is next month. Yes, that's how far we have paid. So for now, we are just tidying things up and seeing what we can then touch again just before the real thing happens. So this is where we are. However, the second one, which is to tell you that the friends and lovers of Maiyegun all over the world, you are now being put on notice that if you have time, especially if you are living in Scotland, it's easier. If you are living in the UK, it's kind of, if you're living outside of Scotland. However, this is a notice. It's an invite on the 25th of June, which is a Saturday, from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m., which means from afternoon till dawn, we will be holding a sort of a Thanksgiving get together for Leila. That is a Leila Badero, Leila Yewande Morenikeji, my daughter. We will be having a party for her on the 25th of June. The IV is out there, but to all of you in the Temple of Truth, this is your invitation. Be on the notice for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, the news broke out today. But before the news broke out today that Goodluck Jonathan is eligible to run for the post of presidency or the post of the president in 2023, the court gave a declaration today that yes, Jonathan can run. Now, just about 2 weeks ago, if you remember very well, Miyetti Allah came out and they said they bought the APC presidential form of 100 million naira, and they donated that to the former president of Nigeria, which is Goodluck Jonathan. I know some of you will get offended because of the kind of names I give to these people. I am kind of I feel sorry for you, especially some of you who feel like I could call their names conveniently and still pass my message. Well, I kind of feel sorry for you in the sense that I can't call their names conveniently than the way I'm calling them. So if that makes the message in the whole conversation lost on you, you better don't waste your time, because I've got a bag load of names for these crooks. And since I know my audience very well, I know that my audience are mostly typical Nigerians. Many of you actually love your oppressors differently. You love your thieves differently. And most of the time, you brag about them in public, which means you say it publicly. My thief is better than your thief. At least my own thief gave us a job. My own thief gave us food. My own thief is giving us money. What is your own thief giving to you? So I know that all the time. So if calling them names offends you, irritates you, or makes the message completely lost on you, or makes me look like somebody who is petty, honestly speaking, you probably haven't met any pettiest person or the most petty person you've ever met. I could possibly be one. But if you can look beyond all of that, or have you, maybe you can get the message if you ever want to get it at all. Goodluck Jonathan was called names. He was called thief. He was called a drunkard. He was called clueless. And then from the blues, they told us he's been romancing with Buhari's Cabal. How come? What the hell? How is that possible? These are the utterances of Goodluck Jonathan's lovers, those who admired him, those who respected him, those who adore him, especially those who have come to revere him since the failure called Buhari came to limelight. No, don't tarnish his image. Some were even trolling me. Maiyegun, now where's Jonathan? Make a cut time short, Isha. Somehow, the court, we don't know who initiated the case. Miyetti Allah bought a form. Somebody from Goodluck Jonathan's camp said it was an insult to buy a form, presidential form for Goodluck Jonathan in APC without informing him. What they didn't tell you is that after that bogus press release, Jonathan himself never spoke about it. He never rejected it. He never debunked it. He kept quiet and he just moved on like nothing is happening. And this puts many of you who claim to like him in a serious kind of a dilemma. Is it true? Is not true? Now, many of you have resorted into serious prayers. No, God, may this never happen. May Jonathan just help us shit. It is not mine to be shamed. You know this story and you are praying for it never to be true. But somehow, it is becoming the truth. He didn't deny. He denied, but he didn't reject. 2 nights after that bogus denial, Miyetti Allah, who bought him the form, they met with him in Abuja. After meeting with him, he accepted the form. they said he was going to join APC, he was going to cross over, and possibly was going to be their consensus candidate, among many other plans they've had, many of them that some of you know about. How do you think the power can stay in northern Nigeria? And if it's going to be, how do they mean? I mean, how are they sure that every calamity they've wreaked, every destruction they've brought, yeah, how are they sure that this will be sustained, maintained until the power returns to them? And in a very short time, they have many options not to conduct the election. I mean, because of insecurity, bringing the military to say because of the political brouhaha, or just get somebody who is just going to be a proxy, is to G, who is going to stand in, just like standing between the gap for them until they gain power again. And then you continue with your one Nigeria that is killing you now. So they have many options. Bring back a Goodluck Jonathan, or give some, many options. And this is also part of the option. I said there, but you said there Goodluck Jonathan has joined the APC. Oh, no be me said no be me talk na Bashiru, who is Buhari's special advisor on Twitter matter, Twitter violence, and every other thing that has to do with social media. It was Bashiru who called all of you uninformed that Goodluck Jonathan is part of their party. So he accepted the form. Then he left Nigeria. What was left was to make sure that all legal roadblocks are cleared, so there is no embarrassment if they are going to go for the Plan Jonathan. Now it seems that they have now narrowed everything down to Plan Jonathan or Plan somebody from the south as well, and they will just put somebody who is also from the north, a Fulani possibly, that is going to monitor that person and ensure that everything they have done, what they have done right now, the havoc they have wreaked, remains so, and they are never punished for it. So, in the long shot, Tinubu no did the picture. But I am coming back to you. Lagos Abobaku, Emma worry. I'm still coming back to you. Shebi, many of you love to live in denial. You love to live in your own alternative world. Don't worry. Now 48 hours remain. Good enough, oh. It can't be like say INEC don't help you small. It's supposed to be tomorrow Saturday, the next day Sunday. Now then you supposed don't see the reality. Your cold breakfast, salad dish, eboka and katin kagulaya, your own breakfast, Tinubu and all of you Lagos Abobaku, they don't prepare them. It's inside freezer. But I'm coming back to you. Goodluck Jonathan needed two things. One, no legal no legal roadblock that will eventually disqualify him. Number two, APC Egbekegbese constitution allowed them to give anyone a waiver to run on their party, even if that person just joined their party yesterday evening. So, after meeting with the Miyetti Allah, Goodluck Jonathan met with the chairman of APC. Now, the little delay they since so, and the delay was that there must be a court pronouncement, so that you or anybody, Falano and every one of them saying that Goodluck Jonathan have no right to contest again because he sworn to the oath of presidency twice. You know, there are those who are going to court already to stop Jonathan. That in case if Jonathan should surface from anywhere, court will just say Jonathan no qualify. Now that roadblock, they have cleared that today. They call it fast track process. The fast track process are like step by step that will eventually let you see the reality. I'm coming to you, Tinubu. So nobody can go to court now and say court should stop Jonathan because he just received a judgment that said he is qualified legally to contest. The second phase that is going to hit many of you soon is the waiver. The waiver that is going to say Jonathan can contest in APC. Many of you cannot fathom it. Many of you cannot imagine it. But it is Nigeria. Many things are not real. And for you to be imagining a real country that is going to get better, that is where you are deceiving yourself. But I'm still coming back to you too. Now, the process is that once APC gives him the waiver, then he can run. He already purchased the form. He already filled up the form. They've already submitted the form. 100 million. Now, they are now telling the Igbe Iragbiji, the Jaga bandits, the Jaga addicts, the Jaga wiwi, the Jaga pupu, Lagos landlord, that you cannot do consensus and Babasokwe in Lagos. Deciding who becomes what. And then when it gets to your turn in Abuja, you want to tell us how to do it. Now, as you are watching this video, they said Tinubu and gang, they have decided to call a meeting, which they know will never work. The meeting is that, listen, it be like, say, this Cabal working with Buhari. They have perfected the plan to ensure that, number one, all of those who are pledging delegates here and there, now one single command, go swerve the whole thing to wherever the Cabal want the whole place to go. Now, Tinubu is vulnerable. Now, how do we do it? Let us all come together. We are Yorubas. Akeredolu and co. They decide that let's plead with, Amosun want to be president, Abi. Fayemi want to be president. Dimeji Bankole want to be president. Fake Pastor Ruga or Osinbajo want to be president. Then Tinubu want to be president. All of them inside the APC. Egbekegbe. So they are now saying, out of all of them, the only people who have a real delegate, they are, number one, Amosun. Number two, Fayemi, Tinubu, and Osinbajo. Now, Bankole is not being featured, but what they are now looking at is that if all of them should say, let us go for primaries, there is no guarantee that Tinubu will see 2 states, or any of them will be bold to say, I'm getting 2 states, right? So it's pretty much to water down whatever Tinubu was plotting, which is so obvious now. Tinubu was not the one who encouraged them to run. The people who encouraged them to run, they had their intention, and this is the moment. So they are calling a meeting. Let's call a meeting so that we can tell them not to. I mean, let's just give one person from Yoruba land, APC, to go and run. Now, the day for the meeting is what they don't know. Who is going to step down for who is what they don't know. So for Tinubu, it is the end of the road already. Even though they are saying that if they allow them to go and do delegates, no delegates, they probably will try and get some little fights, but don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. Anything way that they tell you for Lagos. All those bobo they, Tinubu, full soldiers are telling you on different TVs in Nigeria, they are doing their job because initially Tinubu thought this whole thing was going to be about money. And that is why he told Baba Adebanjo that whatever money cannot do, more money will do it. So as it be now, they are now sending this same message to Tinubu. If you are watching me from Lagos, I bet you know what this simply means. Abi? Watch.
Fún yín gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ohun tí àwọn leader wa sọ lókè ni pé Sanwó-Olú ni. I want to assure you this place we are not going to allow anybody to vote for anybody here. We are for Sanwó-Olú, and that's what our leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said. The party, that is the APC. Yes. We have hierarchy and we have leadership. Yes. We have leaders. Yes. And we have been directed by our leaders to go and vote for Sanwó-Olú. Yes. And that's what we are going to do. Yes. This local government, we are not going to allow anybody to vote for Ambode. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. And is gone finally. We will allow you to kill both Sanwo-Olu by the party hierarchy. We have been directed party tiwa gbọ́dada ẹgbẹ́ tiwa àní hierarchy àní àwọn tó ní àṣẹ àní àwọn tó dẹ́gbẹ́ ilẹ̀ ẹni tí ò bá fẹ́ ibi tí ẹgbẹ́ ń lọ tí ò bá lè lọ bẹ̀ kó lọ dẹ́gbẹ́ mi ilẹ̀. He can go and create or register Ambode People's Party. Yes. But our own is APC. Yes. All Progressive Congress. All Progressive Congress is our party. Yes. And the leadership of the party has spoken. And we cannot change it. Yes. And that we are going to.
So they said that is what they are going to tell Tinubu. That was the plan, to tell him on Sunday. That is the final. Our party has hierarchy. And the party decision is that consensus new. You see, they still repeated the same thing in Lagos yesterday. Sanwo-Olu is the anointed candidate, the incumbent. 2 people bought forms. They collected money from them. They bought forms to run against somebody. I mean, to run up against Sanwo-Olu. Now, yesterday, during the primaries, they locked these two aspirants. They locked them out of the venue. Yes, who you the Grace? Our leader said this Sanwo-Olu. What is wrong? That is their own democracy. That is the democracy they think is Yoruba democracy. Baba Sokwe, Godfather. All right, sir. Baba, Baba Balagba, Baba, our leader, sir, Baba Balagba. Then they give them crumbs. That is the politics. But it is going to change. Suddenly, Goodluck Jonathan is talking about the Electoral Act. Ask yourself, why? Why is Jonathan talking about the Electoral Act? And they're not blaming the National Assemblies, National Assembly who cuts down the numbers of delegates and blah, 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 blah. Next 48 hours, Igebele.
Let me use this unique opportunity to comment on something that is quite disturbing considering the primaries that is going on in Nigeria now. The National Assembly made alterations in the electoral law. And now only what they call elected delegates are to elect people that will vote. One day, the whole Nigerians will wake up and say they are voting for a president. Who presented this presidential candidates for you? Very few people. At the national level, at the state level, at the central districts, at the federal conferences, at the state conferences. Let me give you a very horrible example in my state, Bayelsa State. In one way or the other, those who created these words do their magic. But there's a particular state conference in Bayelsa State made up of only 2 words. And every ward has 3 elected delegates. So it's only 6 persons that will decide the candidate, say for PDP. And meanwhile, 4 people are interested in contesting. 6 people will select among these 4 and present somebody. And at the end of the day, when INEC conduct election, then you'll say the whole world voted for that person. Because those are the only 2 people presented to you. And let me use the opportunity to advise the National Assembly that laws must be designed to solve problems, not designed to create problems. And laws must be made assuming that those who are making the law are blind, just like the judges. So assume that the judge is blind and just use the scale and the sword. Laws must not be made to target a group of individuals or an individual. And when you go into that system of making laws, you'll make this terrible mistake that has really messed up the whole primaries going on. If you have not been involved in the process of primaries, you will be happy or you may not be happy, but those of us who have been involved, it is terrible. Are we bringing those who really know who is who?
Jonathan is talking about election. Have you asked yourself why? And do you know that Buhari already taken the National Assembly to court due to the amendment to the to the Electoral Act, which includes the members of the National Assembly as elected, includes them as delegates, right? So that they can be part of those who choose, candidates and all of that. Something that is so new. And they did that all because they could do that, APC, So, Buhari is in court. Goodluck Jonathan is condemning the action. And then in 48 hours, their consensus is going to begin to make it out. And let me tell you something, for some of you who don't know, their consensus is not going to be announced, as many of you will think, right? No, that's not how they do it. Their consensus will be agreed upon, and all of the major delegates will be commandeered or be commanded to go and vote for that person in their Congress. And you see every other person who is also contesting, Amaechi and every one of them, they will walk to the podium and they will all say they have a back down for that person. But the question is this. If they are, because I am saying this so because they're waiting I know now, their consensus is has been narrowed down, and it doesn't include Tinubu at all. Somebody said, no matter how much I hate Tinubu, listen to me. You are the one whose emotion is running riot. Everything I'm saying to you right now, they are actually things that are already out there. Okay? I am just somebody who is digging deeper, and in what many will say, many of you will normally consider as is just shooting blank, thinking he's going to get something. Call it whatever. But I am actually like your conscience who sit down there in your head right now, telling you that what are you going to do if when your Tinubu is not in any way your APC best candidate? And in this case, so it is not because he's defeated through a free and fair contest, but because they use the same instrument. He's been using the same draconian instrument, tyrannical instrument that has brought nothing but abject poverty to Yoruba land, to start with. They are going to use it on him. It is not whatever I say here. It is not even, you see, it has nothing to do with whether you love him, whether you hate him. It is the same feeling for those who are also the Peter Obi's obedient. They call themselves obedient. But I know, in my mind, I will soon start calling them obedients, because they don't understand the system. They don't. They are creating alternative reality to combat a system that they believe that if they could use a vehicle, maybe that will change anything. It doesn't change anything. Obedient, they call themselves. Obedient. Your emotion can run riot. Whatever I say on this program is not what we decide or determine if Tinubu is going to be candidate or not. It is not what I say here or do here that is going to make Peter Obi this. It doesn't going to make anybody anything. Although what I say here or what we do here can also impact and possibly not make somebody what we think he can be. We may not be able to make somebody, but we can also be the Maradona that just give them the old thing like that. We can be the ones that make what they have perfected become a nightmare. Yes, we can be that. But we can't really see, whatever I say here doesn't affect Tinubu. Do you know that? Everything I've been saying here. You, every time, Tinubu, why don't you talk about another thing? No. I am talking about Tinubu in order to deconstruct the minds of those who were initially believing that these rogues actually represented them, including my humble self. I used to believe that AD, Yoruba politicians, in fact, as a Yoruba man, you must follow Yoruba, until I realized that wherever we found ourselves today in Yoruba land, in Nigeria, these things were not done to us by Fulani. They were not done to us by Igbo. They're not done to us by any other person than ourselves. And when I begin to look, Tinubu and Co. they see, honestly. So I stopped lying to myself. I start saying the truth. So if I can deconstruct the mind of many, many like that, and you begin to detach yourself from them, our journey to liberty is going to be sooner than you can imagine. So don't stop walking yourself. Don't stop overworking your mind. You this Maiyegun, if I catch you, if you catch me, you know if you do anything. Because your emotion that is running riot is eventually going to calm down. The reality you are trying to avoid is going to happen, even though you will prefer to blame somebody for it. But don't blame me. Don't be me talk, say, make Tinubu and gang put themselves together and decided to go and make deal with the devil who is buried, a dictator, buried dictator, for their selfish reason, for their lust and what have you, for power, money, and whatever it is that they are looking for. They decide to go and exhume the dead tyrants to come and become president so that it could be a vehicle for them as well to gain power. Now that boomerang is firing back and you are looking for somebody to blame. No, don't blame me. Blame yourselves for believing them. So if they fail, don't blame me. Blame yourselves for believing them. It's not me. I am just trying to deconstruct the minds of an average Yoruba man who is easily deceived simply because a Yoruba man is standing before him. A Yoruba man is talking before him. I love you. I care for Yoruba land. But look at the Yoruba land they care for. Look at the people they claim to love. If you love something, now so you go treat them. All of you are watching me today. Many of you are political jobbers. Many of you are completely lost because of what Nigeria has done to you. Yeah? And it is because of what these people did. So if I can deconstruct your mind by any chance to begin to see that it is not your fault, not because you didn't give them enough support, not because you gave them too much support. No. It is because that is who they are, right? And if you continue to back them, if you continue to speak for them, you are an accomplice. That's what it is. So your emotion can run riot, but eventually it's going to happen. I am not the one who is going to decide your cabal. And it is not you, my brothers and sisters. You are not the one to decide their whatever cabal. Although when they are whenever their cabal finish what they are doing, they will present to you these rogues. Then that is when you will now pretend to be the one choosing your president, choosing your governor. But you know that is not true. Now the people where they decide. But how can you actually help in displacing them all, completely? By what? By displacing the system that gives them the bloodline, that gives them the lifeline, the ones they are using to milk you. That's where me I stand. So you can blame me. You can say because I hate Tinubu. You can say it is just your emotion talking. And guess what? That emotion is coming from your mental slavery. There's something called mental slavery. Something that tells you that every Yoruba man is good. And everyone who is not Yoruba is faulty. Every Igbo man is good because you are Igbo. Everyone who is not Igbo is faulty. Do you get that now? There is so much deconstruction we have to do. And that's what I'm doing now. Because the people where they help them kill you, the people where they steal and loot from you, the people that are impoverishing you in that Nigeria, they are no other people than your people. Tinubu is the one, and many others from my own region, and we continue to call them out. So if your emotion thinks saying I hate, Baba, just suit yourself. But I'm not the one who is going to increase your hot tears in the next 48 hours, 72 hours. Listen, 24 hours is a long time in politics, they say. But in this case, it is just like an extension of your frustration. May we know what thing will happen. She Jonathan go be their candidate. She na Amaechi they won't use. She na from waiting at the year itself, if care is not taken, what they did to Okorocha, they are going to do it to Amaechi too. Have you heard that another court judgment said they can go ahead and probe the 96 billion naira that is missing inside Amaechi's transport ministry? Have you heard that one? You don't hear them? You never hear them? Okay. So the treatment they gave to Okorocha, the EFCC broken and all of that, they may give that to Amaechi soon too. Because many of them have been told in the form they gave to them, they told them to sign their withdrawal from the race ahead of time. As they are paying 100 million, they are also signing the form that says, I am withdrawing from this race. They've submitted all of that. So if they now call you that you need to go and say you are withdrawing because of the form you submitted and all of that, and you say no, they may knock at your door. 96 billion naira, Amaechi, missing money in the transportation ministry. That one too, if he busts him anytime. But if he's the anointed candidate, as he be so Tinubu no did the picture. Sorry. May God no allow them. May them kill you. All of you collecting Tinubu's money and the rest of that, it will soon stop. And I'll tell you, our brothers and sisters who are the pro-Yoruba nation, they are waiting for you. They are not going to be so hostile to you. They would love to have you around and say, well, welcome to the family. And the family of those who have woken up for a long time, who have chosen never to be deceived by these lies. I told you, if Nigeria is a country and you really want to fix that place, and you really need to begin the healing, the national healing, you need people who can tell you to your face and say, listen, what we did with the Yorubas in 1999, that kept the Yorubas in Nigeria till now, we need to do that for the Igbos. But now abomination is unwritten. I'm a Yoruba man, okay? And I know that normally, if nobody Nigeria is a messed up place, we suppose deal on our own, okay? The Biafrans should be talking about Peter Obi and the best they have to be running for their own premiership. We in the Yoruba land, we should be the same thing. We should be fighting among ourselves for the best to represent us as the premier in the current contraption called Nigeria. However, if you are an Igbo man, listen to this very well. I'm not patronizing you. Listen, I'm not patronizing you. Because nobody so. If you are an Igbo man, no matter how pro-Nigeria you are, how much investment you have all over Nigeria, because there is nobody that is, listen to this, there is no Nigerian, no tribe in Nigeria, no ethnic nationality in Nigeria that is more Nigerian, if you have to put it in context, than the Igbo people. You know that. They said if you go anywhere in the world and an Igbo man or Igbo woman is not there, my brother, relocate. Find another place to go to. That place no pure. And same thing in Nigeria. If you go to any part of Nigeria and you don't see any Igbo man or woman or anything anywhere, my brother, sometimes you probably need to review and move. This is not patronizing you because it is true. They are the ones who, even after the war, they are the ones who invest. You will still see them. Every part of Nigeria investing billions. You know them now. You see them in Lagos. You see them all over Southwest. You see them in northern Nigeria. They are in their millions. With billions of dollars investment in that place. No joke. And yet, they are the ones that people feel like, no, they can't be president. No, we can't trust them. You can't trust Igbo. This is unwritten. Listen, this is not general. Because me, I trust Igbo. I trust anybody. You know what I mean? Let everybody just handle their own affair. Handle your affair. You know what I mean? Let's handle ours. And then let's be responsible neighbors enough that we can share a lot as neighbors. If you go to Eastern Nigeria, there are Yorubas there, there are Hausas there, there are Fulanis there. Forget about just the Fulanis on the street. I'm talking about those who actually invested there. And not just the oil or anything. People who actually run things around these places. But they are minute. Because somehow, like I said, it's unwritten that Nigeria is not one. Okay? It's not written. Okay? But it's real that Nigeria is not one. Right? And this kind of thing is kind of in us. Maybe not in all of us, but the Igbo man and Igbo woman, I don't know. They just have that free will to be everywhere, just everywhere, conveniently living. And I've never seen anywhere in any history in Nigeria. You have been reading about clashes, fights here, fights there, religious clashes, Yoruba versus Hausa's fight in Idiaraba in Lagos, Yoruba versus this and that in so place. You know what I mean? But you will never hear about Igbo people fighting Hausa, Igbo fighting Fulani, Igbo fighting Yoruba. I have never heard of that. I mean, but yet they are not trusted to lead Nigeria. I don't know, but that's Nigeria, right? So Peter Obi came out. Automatically, they felt like, nah, it can't be. It doesn't have the structure. If anybody want to defeat Buhari right now, or APC, Egbekegbe, they have to do it through a candidate from the north, or a candidate of PDP, or something like that, you know, and that person must be somebody who has the money, blah, 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 blah. So in a nutshell, they shall rule them out. Peter Obi paid 40 million naira to show interest in PDP presidential review. And people are already saying, how are they going to sell his candidacy in northern Nigeria? That is dead on arrival, blah, 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 blah. Then they said that he needed to pay money to delegate. That was where the Naira Gate and Dollar Gate came to be. Naira Gate and Dollar Gate is that saying of bribing the delegates to choose the party candidates. So, in a nutshell, the Cabal, as they are everywhere, they made Peter Obi realize that no matter how much all these young people on social media, offline, everybody, they claim that you are the candidate. You know, they work like that. So this is a system that those of us who understand how it works knows that you, Peter Obi, you stand no chance. Number one, you don't want to spend money, right? Then you can't be a candidate in a party where delegates are meant to be bought. So somehow, Peter Obi traveled all over Nigeria, and some people are now saying that Peter Obi self no say he don't know what thing they get into, or he just they try to disguise whatever. Peter Obi withdrew from PDP, and as you are watching this video, he's already joined Labour Party. So Peter Obi want to stand as the third force, as the young people believe that Omoyele Sowore of AAC, Kingsley Mohalu of ADC, and then other young people who are running on other different platforms, that they could swell their camp and make them relevant and take over all the positions that are available enough, you know, use their number, use their strength and the money that they are raising. But that's not how it works. It is how the system works, Abi. So the young people are now saying that they will make Peter Obi the president of Nigeria. Wow. So it's going to be an interesting time ahead. So Peter Obi has joined Labour Party. And Peter Obi is running as the president of Nigeria, not as a president of Nigeria from Igbo land. That's what the Obidients said they are doing. So it's interesting, right? Well, as for the PDP, Wike, Atiku, Tambuwal, and the rest of them, the rumor around them now is that last now only Wike if he support any other person apart from himself. No, now they are saying that all the effort after all is to get Tambuwal on and Wike deputize, and Wike rubbish that they said, no, send me. We will not let those who left the party. You remember that? Let's cut the long story short. So now, the young people who believe that they could turn the tide using the same movement, the same strength of NSAS to turn the tide against the system that is completely rigged against them, using the same INEC controlled, owned by the gatekeepers of Nigeria, so to say. So Peter Obi picked up the form today in Labour Party. After picking up the form, it became a movement, they said. Meanwhile, the other people inside the inside the PDP, right, who felt like, if Peter Obi is gone, and the PDP couldn't use the momentum like the Democrat Party in America did during Obama's time, then that's their hand. So to so many of the Obidients or Obidients now, PDP is dead. So if you meet any Obi's supporters now, they said they're going to raise, and listen to me, it is actually going to be something. I am not going to rule them out. Trust me, I'm not going to rule them out. You know, with social media and with the power of crowdfunding, I believe that if they are determined, of course, they can raise all the billions they need. They can raise that. But the whole thing is that if now money, Tinubu can start a new party within a short time. Tinubu has the money to start a new party and flood it with different kind of people as much as money can buy, and they will still run for an election. But that is not how the system works. That's not how it works. It is so rigged and closed, that if you pay attention very well, you will not become enthusiastic about something that is just being run on emotion. Well, you see, me, I have lived long enough to realize that many of you, many of the events in Nigeria and the believers on all of them, right? The past, the present, and even the future. If you really want to really get the attention of the people, you really need to allow them to exhaust all of their enthusiasm, all of that hope, the emotion. We go do this. So you get, when they have exhausted all of that and it all comes to nothing, then they will just get so tired. When you talk to them again, they say, Baba, how far about it? They say, see, Baba, I am tired. I'm tired of Nigeria issue. I'm tired. That is it. That is the moment you can then tell them and say, do you remember what I told you when you are dissipating this so much energy, when you are losing this energy about something that is programmed, you are just playing according to their playbook. Last. Now, how much emotion you invest, now the size of your heartbreak be that. I am Maiyegun. My job is to let you reduce your risk. Don't hope in something that is completely scripted. You are just part of the whole puzzle. But you can become a serious clog in all the plans, right? If you let them know on time that the election is a charade. PDP have nothing to lose. APC right now is in confusion, a serious one. The Lagos Abobaku are dagger down. They don't break their bottle. Broken bottle, dagger, ada, igo, obe, everything. They are just waiting for Buhari to say Tinubu is not going to be their candidate. Then you go see Were. You go see Grace. So there is confusion. So what they are doing right now is that, you know what? INEC, oh yeah, extend the date. Extend that date. Thank you very much, by the way. Miyetti Allah. Thank you very much, Baba. Thank you, Maiyegun, for the enlightenment and educating our people. Please accept this token gift on behalf of baby Leila. Wow, thank you. I don't get message for Leila. Thank you, Jare. You know, when you go out, when you in Yoruba land, for example, when a mother just delivered, right, a baby. Somehow, because of the new baby, the mother and the new baby, they get all the attention. The father will just become like somebody that is really not existing. You know what I mean? Like, you be Baba Jare, baby, where's our new baby? Where is Leila? But that is changing now. People have been calling me, Maiyegun, how about that party? What can we do? What can I do? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, hey, thank you. Maiyegun, send me your account. I don't like sending my account. So if you have asked me to send my bank account and I haven't sent, it is not an insult or something like a bit of like trying to ignore you, okay? I just don't feel comfortable sending my personal details to people. I appreciate. But when people come on like this and say, oh yeah, take this token for Baby Leila, wait, on behalf of Baby Leila. Because what people do most of the time is that when they come in, the Baba, they'll say, oh, look at the baby, look at you, Agbeke. We thank God, God has delivered you. You know those things, The Baba will just be there, they smile, sheepishly like. Then when they are leaving, Agbeke, take this one, take and buy puff for Leila. Agbeke, oh yeah, take this one, so that you can buy something for Leila. Baba will be there, you, Baba Omo, the Baba baby. You'll just be there. Like, thank you, ma. Eshema. And guess what? You cannot come back and say, that money they gave Leila, I be Baba, you be Mama. Oh yeah, cut them into two. Maybe two of us get Leila. You don't feel do them. So if people give me anything, I feel collect on my own, like this one. So, be Allah. Thank you. And I appreciate that, by the way. So to them, PDP is dead. But to PDP, we don't give a damn. You can go back to APC. But to APC, the confusion right now is that let us see how much or who is PDP going to bring out before we finally announce our consensus. And if them burn you, all of now we don't chop with the devil. Now only mama carry belly. And so now they talk now woman carry belly. We appreciate women, no, but mokuna they remember see when you go and greet newly born, right? If you go and greet family who just delivered, mokuna they try share demand too. Like let him feel like he did well. Because all of them know even they pretend say you don't understand what men self they go through inside that pregnancy. You know, so not two people they get belly. If your wife get belly and if you're a serious responsible man, you self don't get belly. That's what it be. All this pregnancy sickness and all of that. I get them when I was when she was carrying Leila. So when you go anywhere and the newlywed, newly born, as they greet mama, as they commend mama, they greet the baby. They always commend the papa as daddy junior, okurimeta, big strong man. Yes, you did it. I credit you. They do that one on interval. We need them for our own mental health too. Sometimes we feel abandoned, ignored, non-existent, like we are not even there. But when they want to carry anything heavy, they say, Daddy, Caleb, can you help me? Can you do, we are there. We're always there, visible. Everybody can see us. But mentally, somehow, psychologically, all of our guests, we know they see us. Or you know they count us, or you know they rate us. You don't care about our mental health. I'm saying this from the heart. I'm not joking. Seriously, we're not supposed to do better. When you go and greet people who just born, greet the papa, they hail him, they see you. Now man, you be. When you say that, he himself go to feel like say, hey, yeah. You know what I mean? Don't just when you finish, they say, Maiyegun, this your daughter is going to marry my son. What is that now? So I'm still going to be a middleman again after being ignored for all those minutes. Come on, man. Then the next role I could do is that Maiyegun, my daughter is going to marry my son is going to marry your daughter. So we are coming to, so I will be a middleman. Pay attention to that. I just thought I should share that with you. It may sound kind of funny, but it's not. For our own mental health, it's serious. When you go and visit us and all of that, remember us. It's important. So, the confusion is everywhere. And in my own way, I'm always like, why should you get caught up in that simply because of what Nigeria has done to you? Of course, you can also direct it. You can kind of direct the narrative, by the way. They will say you are mad. They will say you are unrealistic. What you are thinking is not possible. Tell them what they are embracing is delusional. It is pure delusion. And if they say you are crazy, just tell them we are all crazy. Somehow in our craziness, we could also be doing better because we control our craziness. If you control your own craze, Baba, now you dey in charge. When you want mad, you go mad. When you want digent, any kind of style, when you want use. But when you have to be emotionally mad for things that you have no clue about, like the election in Nigeria, you are going about, we need to do this for my, you are not doing anything. I remember so vividly well. Those who survived the Boko Haram's time today, they were jumping up and down, raising funds, including school children, Tori Olong. They collected money from school children. They said, contributing to their future. They gave the money to Boko Haram. Guess what? Many of the children who actually, were free before Boko Haram APC, Egbekegbe came in 7 years ago. Many of them are dead. Others are in captivity of their captors, terrorists. So where's their future? So if anybody is telling you now, or you telling yourself that jumping up and down on a bogus, fraudulent system that is programmed, set up, established, only to fail you, not for you, and you guys using your emotion to say, I am fighting for the future of my children. Some people fought for the future of their children 7 years ago. They brought in APC, Egbekegbe, how far? Ask them today. They will tell you, I regret them. I regret them badly. More people are poorer today. The economy has shrunk so badly that more than 43% of the population is unemployed. Like officially, unofficially, more than 80% of the population is unemployed as you are watching this video. Poverty has risen so terribly bad that Nigeria became the poverty capital of the world in 7 years. Your Naira crashed beyond anything. I mean, your Naira crashed by over 237%. From 190 Naira to $1, it crashed and jumped to 610 Naira to $1. Listen, you had about 2 refineries that were working averagely in Nigeria in 2015. These guys came in, they wrecked them, destroyed them, and guess what? They skyrocketed your subsidy payment, and that wrecked your country. That's what they did. So if anybody is telling you is fighting for the future of his children with Obi, tell them to continue to deceive themselves because they have no idea what they are talking about. Honestly speaking, my honest opinion, I don't be expert, but for this one where they talk, I beg you, call me professor. I don't do it for some time. Initially, they said it was a wotoworo, nonsense and all that. Today, they are scared for all I have said to come to pass. That is the game today. They are scared. When you say, Goodluck Jonathan is going to APC, they cannot imagine it. Therefore, reading that is going to happen or is about to happen, they are worried. Omo. Hey, what's not go talk? Listen, you're not going to die. That's the point I'm about to make now. Listen to me. If you don't want to die, you don't have to die for them. Listen, if Goodluck Jonathan joined APC, Egbekegbe, my brothers and sisters, you no go die. Now your heart then go break. I know be today they don't break arm. Now you no get sense. They put hope inside Nigerian politician. Soon you go get time. Any little thing will remain for your heart, maybe not this truth go heal am. Hopefully, but you no go die. If Tinubu did not become APC, Egbekegbe's their consensus candidate, Baba, you no go die. She make a twist time again, right? If Goodluck Jonathan does not join APC, Egbekegbe, Maiyegun no go die. Because Goodluck Jonathan's part is just a tiny part of so many rows to the puzzle. You know what I've been saying? There are so many options for them. Goodluck Jonathan's part is just a little fraction. So if you no join them, Maiyegun no go die. Maiyegun no go die unless to badarubo bobo. Maiyegun no go die unless to badarubo bobo. I no go die. If Tinubu become their consensus candidate in APC, Egbekegbe, Maiyegun no go die. Do you understand what this simply means? But you, who are going to live through what Nigeria is going to throw at you, are you prepared? Another question. if Goodluck Jonathan join and become the candidate of APC, what thing you go do? I don't go vote him. Of course, that's something. You're gonna do something, right? I hate him. I will never, matter. Forget it. Don't be people tell you, say Jonathan go to prison. Somebody said they understand the system and they want a change in the system. And I bet that is why they told you that you could elect somebody to come and change the system for you. Of course, good luck. Listen, mine is not to completely tell you do this or don't do that. I will give you enough info, enough theory to piece together. Whatever you make of it is yours. That's why I told people, I know they give commando. I know they tell people what to do. Except when we decide to do something on Maiyegun's diary Politico. Don't worry. Reality goes set in. All of that, you see, all the feelings some of you are having. You see, Maiyegun, what else do you want us to do? We need to, Peter Obi is our hope. Listen, I am not saying you shouldn't be. I beg you. Have you said you don't get your PVC, Sha? Go and get your PVC. Go and get everything where they tell you say may you do. The same cold breakfast that they are about to serve Tinubu and gang. He go wait for you for front. Me start arguing with you that your agenda of your third force, you want to change the system, you have to fight for your rights. All those things, Baba. Don't worry. Don't worry. Enjoy them. Fantasize. Go on this campaign and all of that. When you get one moment where they say, Nigeria go can't happen to you. The reality will set in. And you'll be like, man, this country, no, they don't feel save this country. Now that time, somebody said, you love Nigerians, especially when you are trying to make them kind of think outside the box. Then they will start asking you, if it is not Tinubu, who else? And you'll be looking at, okay, I don't know. If it is not Peter Obi, then who else? They want you to answer, and I actually call them stupid questions. Some of them feel offended when I say that. I know some of you just ask those questions ignorantly, right? But to me, they're like questions I've heard a lot of time. If it's not this person, who else? How about if it's not this fraudulent constitution that brought about a rigged system that even makes it difficult, that makes it a reality to many of you that even your Peter Obi and every other person that you are telling yourself should be this or that in Nigeria, why it became so difficult and why the system continued to collapse because of the way they want it to be exactly. Rather than talk about why this person, how about why not referendum? Something like that. How would that sound to you? If it is not referendum, what else? Those are the things that you can ask yourself to say, I'm thinking outside the box, because if it's about election, now look at the framework of your election. The process is not you going out there to go and use your PVC to vote. It is a completely messy, fraudulent system that you cannot change from inside, as some of you are dreaming. You are thinking you will defeat a system that is put together that way. And it's so obvious. So this is not even like, or maybe I should even explain that. The present one is, look at the cabal who are choosing. Look at the caliber of people who are choosing those you are going to vote for. Abi? Look at the electoral umpire that is going to conduct the election, right? And look at those who are actually going to pretend to be providing security for you on the election. Look at every layer of what, before you eventually now file out to say you want to go and choose, and tell me if your election is not already rigged. So how do you change that? Oh, you will find out when they rigged out your Peter Obi. Don't worry. They don't give a damn. The system says, if you lose their election, go to court. Now, when you get to their court, then you will meet the likes of Tanko Technicality, the Babala Waiver, the original plane driver, the Chief Justice of Nigeria. There are many. He is just a fraction of that. I mean, a fraction of that. And they will tell you, for the sake of national security, for the sake of national unity, for the sake of this, blah, 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 although you have proven to us that this election is rigged, but we cannot turn the election over for the sake of national security. What are you going to do? Oh, you are going to go and protest. They rig us out too. That is the playing to the book. You are playing according to their playbook. Then how smart are you if you think that is your own smart way of getting in? No. Your movement that you want to put behind Peter Obi can be a movement that can change your life forever. It all starts from that fraudulent constitution they call 1999 constitution. We, the people, you voted. You voted during the referendum on the constitution. Sure, you voted. Nobody voted for that 1999 constitution. That is the genesis. That is from where all this rigging, all this confusion, all this corruption, all these killings, insecurity, everything wrong with Nigeria today, that is the genesis. Nobody can jump that and tell you, I want to make Nigeria a production country. How you want to do it? Now, when you get there, you go realize, Abi, already, like Princess said that if you were smart enough, think about this. Would you rather just waste another 8 years of your life hoping that somebody is going to get it right? Now, if you follow them, validate this nonsense, right? By next year, you are going to begin the journey of another 8 years. Now, when they mess up your life for another 8 years, you take a look of what your present age is today. I'm 38. In 8 years, in 9 years' time, I'm going to be 47. Some of you are not going to see me as a young Maiyegun anymore. Some of you are going to be saying that, this old man, you will soon start calling me old man. So who want to waste 8 years of their lives that way? Of course, not me. I'm not going to waste my life that way. But it's up to you. That is why those who have managed to stay back and claim that they will challenge, they will challenge Wike and his bullish whatever. One of them is this man who is promising you security, Sarakonda Saraki. Like this video if you haven't anyway. If you are watching me on YouTube, we have over 2,000 of us on YouTube. We have over 800 of us, or let me say almost 1,500 of us on Facebook. I mean, if you have been with me all this while, you can still like the video just before we continue. However, this one said he has something for the youth too. Saraki.
As long as a single village or forest in this country is controlled by terrorists or bandits or any other criminal groups, as long as any of our citizens lives in fear, as long as our soldiers and other security agents do not get the right training, right equipment, and the right incentives, the job is not done. And it's for these citizens that I want to be president, because I will do everything to protect the lives and properties of every Nigerian and everyone that live within our borders.
That's Saraki. Now, for the sake of those who probably have been watching and they feel like we have heard all you have to say, Maiyegun, what is the solution? People ask me that all the time. Sometimes it can be a little bit irritating that, why are you asking for a solution to what? So if you have concluded that this is absolute bunker, a contraption, nothing here will work. Not with this established system. A rigged system that serves the interest of a few. You can't break in from there. Listen, before I even say that, I caught some. You remember Banky W? Banky W decided to leave his political party and he joined the PDP in Lagos. Then he decided to run for the position of House of Representatives through the PDP. Then in the morning, when they did their primaries, they said Banky win until later when the story changed again. A Initially, they said Banke win. Everybody they celebrate on social media. Yes, yes. Go and join party. If you want to change anything, stop complaining. You need to join them, blah, 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 blah. Baba, you know, last 5 hours though.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
May they announce. Baba, last, my people, now bobo.
We have got the opportunity to serve again for additional 4 years. And Nigerians will know the difference.
So you can't do that from within. They will break you. And that's what Nigeria does. So some of us will believe that why waste energy trying to be part of something that is programmed to fail? Why not channel that energy into telling the people why that structure is failing and that people should stop? Just, brushing over the problems, like trying to scratch the surface of the problem. They should go down to the root of it. The root of the problem is that we are not put together by ourselves. We never agreed to it. Even this fraudulent 1999 constitution they are talking about, where they derive all the powers that has divided Nigeria even more. Buhari did a great job, okay? If you don't know that, if Buhari failed in everything, Buhari succeeded in letting every average Nigerian to know who they are and where they belong. Truly. He widened the gap of the division. He explained that division so people knows their own boundaries now, except for those who are still living in their own, in their own kind of reality. To them, maybe when Buhari is gone, all of this will stop, all of this will disappear. It doesn't work that way. The damages of what you are witnessing today is the continuation of the damages that started yesterday, years ago, decades ago. And it's going to continue as long as Nigeria is still fused together this way. So we need to begin to educate our people. I mean, we shouldn't stop. I've been doing that all the time. If everybody understands themselves, if you know who you are, if you understand who you are, right? It's easier for you to know that, there was a country put together called Nigeria. Well, this wasn't that country put together then. It has been altered. It has been tampered with, and the people who tampered with, they've tampered with what should have been our peace, unity, safety, progress, and then economic, excellence, so to say. So they altered that, and you as a person, educated person, it is wrong for you to continue to promote an idea that says we need unity without purpose. We need to come together without any definition of it. We need to live together without clarity of that living together. All of these are meant to be told to our people. Our people need to know why is Nigeria not working. It is not because you have evil spirit. You have people from your village pursuing you, though they may be trying, but Nigeria is helping them. Okay, village people won't have this upper hand on you. If to say the structure, the normal tenet of forming a country, still in place. It's not been altered with. Now, until that is sorted, you can continue to live in that your own deceitful world that says God is going to fix it. No, that's not how it works. You will have to fix it. And fixing it means that when we go back to the base, right? When you go back to the base or the basis, right? You and I will come to the reality that we are never meant to be together this way, okay? Sure, the colonialists formed us together and they made it northern and the southern protectorate, of course. But that was then. But on the day of independence, right? Were there as independent regions inside Nigeria, autonomous region. Autonomous region means that we could do what we wanted all by ourselves on our own terms without anybody having to come and play an interference somehow. But somehow we lost that. Well, not somehow. It happened. We lost that and we lost our way. We are now dragged into this line of a one Nigeria that is not defined. Now, people don't even know who they are. So if you are educated enough and you want to say, let's fix Nigeria, coming together to fix Nigeria is to coming together to break Nigeria. Trust me. And you see, this literally breaking of Nigeria means that you first start to break it from the component part of the forcefulness that they force together. We agreed they forced Nigeria together. Then we should all agree to break it apart in a way that everybody can identify who they are, where they are, and they can handle their own affair without having to resort to all this Bole Kaja thing. Turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Now, turn by turn Nigeria Limited is why Yorubas will say it's our turn. Igbos will say it's our turn. The Northwest, these people who say it's our turn, because everybody wants to hold the spoon to share the food. And as Yoruba people, it is not in our interest for that to continue. Now, if you say what is the solution, election is not now. Election is good, though. Listen, oh, I am somebody who is not opposed to election, okay? I am not opposed to elections, though. But a fraudulent election is not an election. And the sooner you tell yourselves this, you can't continue to participate in a fraudulent process. Listen, the process is faulty. It's obvious. They continue to manipulate it. The voters don't even have the real education about their voting process. You do. Now that you understand the whole rig, the whole fraud inside the electoral stuff, right? How then do you now pretend that you can use that same faulty system to produce responsible leaders that will then come in and change the system? How? It is just a mirage. So they said, if you know better, you should do better. We can't know better and remain in darkness. Now we have known better, we want to do better, and that is to impact better on the people that know less. Nobody say people don't know where they go on. Not everybody understands what is going on. Yes, they know what is going on. They see what is going on. But do they understand what is going on? Not everybody understands what's going on. Now, if you understand what is going on, it is your job to explain that. How do you participate in a rigged system that you know is rigged? But, I mean, people were supposed to run on goodwill and their projects, shouldn't they? Or even the party manifesto. There should be party manifesto that every candidate subscribe to. And in a way, they want to carry out. Shouldn't there be PDP, APC? Of course, they don't care about manifesto. You don't even read their manifesto. For those of you who read their manifestos, you don't even believe in their manifestos as well. What kind of a system is that? That suddenly you want them to become somebody. What do you want them to become other than what they have become, what you have seen so far? So how do you want to continue to pretend that you can produce something good from a faulty, rigged system? It doesn't work that way. They share the numbers of the voters. They know the areas where they want more votes, where they have less vote. They control all of that. Register from now to the end of time. It's never going to change anything because your vote won't count because the system is faulty. You know it, but you are pretending that maybe if you pull out more numbers, you can turn it around. It doesn't work that way. But sometimes it is good for you to carry out your emotion to find out. So for somebody like me, why do I have to waste my time knowing a faulty something that will provide, that will produce a faulty result and then will give you the same, even worse result? Why do you want to waste your life? So rather than participate in a fraudulent election, how about you challenge the system that strengthen or weaponize that faulty election? If you fix that system, you can produce a real election that will produce a real people. And indeed, maybe your election will start counting. You are far away from that if you continue to go into this emotional drive, emotional whatever, every 4 years. And afterward, you go back into your hibernation. You go back into your shells. You go back into your lamentation. You go back into your rant. Just like Maiyegun that never left and always waiting for you to realize this, that doing same thing again and again and expecting a different result is a symptom of insanity. They say, I'm not a doctor, not a psychologist, but I agree. Doing same thing again and again, expecting a different result is absolute symptom of insanity. How? Why do you think? I don't want to be part of that. Now, because I don't realize, say, I no be madman that way. Even if I'm mad, no be this kind of mad self-destruction or self-destruct madness. That is what many of you are paying attention to. That is what many of you are investing in. And that is what I'm trying to deconstruct. Once you know that Nigeria needs to break from the way it is constructed right now, Structurally, it needed to be broken. Breaking Nigeria up starts from dismantling the structure that said or turned every region to beggars. Every rich region in Nigeria and the people from these places, they have been turned to beggars. Capping, and every month, leeches, scavengers, opportunists, scroungers parading themselves as political office holders, taking advantage of the people because they are empowered to do that and get away with it because the system allowed that. So you need to break that into pieces. Then the journey towards our own countries starts from that moment. I was reading it earlier that the Ominira Yoruba petition that the Yorubas have been signing online, offline in the last 2-3 months has actually gathered the required signatures are needed. 5 million Yorubas have signed to leave Nigeria. So we are waiting for the next action of the initiator of this, this idea. We want to see what they want to do with the numbers. The 5 million Yorubas who want to leave Nigeria, more than 5 million Yorubas signed this petition, home and abroad. That is what we're talking about. There are things that can happen before you then say, let us go and put our new system into practice. Let us go and put it into test. Let us do an election. Listen, people can decide on all of this in just about 6 months. And your election is about 8 months away. Who told you? Who is telling you that nothing can be done about that fraudulent fake constitution that they call 1999 constitution, which is the genesis, the foundation of all of these killings, this insecurity, this profiling, this hatred, this poverty, this corruption, and every madness you are witnessing today? Who told you that they can't change all of that in 3 months and everybody can go their separate ways? Those who want to have election in February can have that. Those who don't want to have election anytime soon can do that. I mean, we can change a lot of things. Who told you that that cannot be tried? APC, Egbe, they are now using remote control to move everybody here and there. They have told that because they don't want to play into the hands, because they have the capacity to rig the election. You have nothing to do. You will complain. If you protest, they will kill you. Yes, they will shoot and kill you. Exactly. They have the capacity to, but they want to make sure that at least nobody is going to challenge them when they eventually have to conduct their bogus election and they rigged it and all of that. Because many of you would have completely been scattered everywhere. Maybe you have Obidients there. Omoyele Sowore, you are not touching him. Kingsley Moghalu, you are not touching him. And the rest of those who could probably serve as your third force, genuine, that can take you entirely out of that system. But guess what? The people who are promoting Peter Obi, they are one Nigerianists. If they don't reach the result, the end goal of what they are doing, they will never move back. So sometimes you need to let it play out, so to say. Some people like us are never going to be part of that. So when they said that 5 million Yorubas have signed the petition to leave Nigeria, it is a good thing. It is a welcome development. And now all we have to do is what? Let us wait the next line of action. Are we going to bring all these 5 million people out? Are we going to now go and conduct our open referendum? In fact, I have been told that, because of this achievement, the initiator of this agenda, they are making people realize that as it is right now, Yorubas are not going to be part of Nigeria anymore. I don't understand much of that too, but I can tell you this. The moment they said that 5 million people have signed the petition, I am waiting for the next move. That is to say, people are not just talking, they are acting. And like I told all of you before, in this whole madness, in this whole mess that this Nigeria has brought upon us, right? Nobody has one size fits all solution. Every solution is important. Every idea is useful. I keep saying that because last, everyone will realize that this is not working. Of course it's not. This is never going to work. And if we don't do something soon, we are likely going to be consumed by this rigged and rotten system. And the future you are talking about, you can kiss it goodbye because of the way things are turning out to be. This is that people are acting. I love that. And that's what I want you to do too. in your own small capacity, just do your part to let people know why this is not working. Violence is not the way of it. Yeah, of course, nobody will support violence. The most violent, what do you call it, group in this whole conversation, do you know, is the government. Some of you are not paying attention to that, right? It is the government of Nigeria that is the most violent against peaceful protesters, peaceful gatherings, civil gathering, civil disobedience, and the rest of that. It is the government of Nigeria that is always the aggressor. If you say you want to come out tomorrow and protest against fuel scarcity, they will bring out their soldiers to shoot and tear gas you and arrest you, intimidate you, harass, or do whatever they can do, assault you. They will kill some people too. If you come out to complain about anything about the government, they will send their DSS after you. They will arrest you. They will assault you. If you are lucky enough, they will just jail you and they won't kill you. Now, the aggressor is the government. But many of you have formed the habit of blaming the victims. When somebody complains about the rot in that country, and your government, your aggressive, tyrannical government, goes after them, or withdraw their own, fundamental human rights, some of you agree that they deserve that. When in the real society, in the real world, no, you don't treat people like that. You don't just go after your citizens and start shooting them and killing them simply because you feel like you can do that and get away. So some of you blame the victims, of course, and therefore your criminal government want to do it again and again. And in fact, some of you are already warning people, don't go out there, or if they kill you, they just kill you. If they kill you for Nigeria, they just kill you. That's what you do. Your government is the aggressor. Your government is the violent one. You know that. Your politicians are the violent ones. That you have the right to complain, even if you are complaining bitterly, if you are complaining in a more, even if you are using foul languages, nobody should harm you. Nobody should give you or do you any bodily harm. Nigeria is a place that you can lose your life. For all I'm doing right now, I can lose my life for that. So who is now the aggressor? The person that is complaining. Are the criminals in government who use the instrument of government to hunt down those they call the government critics. Your government is the violent one. So we are not violent. We disagree with the system. That doesn't automatically decitizen us. I'm talking about a country where your government decitizened Omoyele Sowore. Abi, you don't forget. They removed Sowore at some point. Omoyele Sowore had no country. Because your government in Nigeria, they couldn't just tolerate him anymore. They were tired. They couldn't kill him. They don't know how to kill him. They jailed him. They couldn't jail him anymore. So what did they do? They decitizened him. Suddenly, Omoyele Sowore's voter's card, Omoyele Sowore's national insurance number, Omoyele Sowore's passport, everything was they removed him from their. Sowore had no country. What kind of country, what kind of government is that? So before you blame yourself, before you blame people who have come to town to say, we'd rather be this rather than follow this. It is from the experience of what Nigeria has done. So you are going to come to that your reality soon. Stop creating alternative realities. Stop creating things that pretend to give you hope. They are false hope. When the system remains as it is, nobody can break it or break in and say they want to change it, except you all agree that that system needs to go down. And doing that means that you will shut it down when you are ready. How do you do that? Deconstruct your mind from creating useless hope that are never going to happen. Okay? Let me put it this way. For more than 7 years now, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the Buhari Danes, the Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, even all these Abrodian Buhari Diderins, so all these Abrodian all risers, they were supporting Buhari. They were agreeing with the destruction of Nigeria. They were agreeing with the killings. They are agreeing with all the ruins brought about by Buhari and APC, Egbekegbe, simply because they are waiting for the time that Tinubu is going to be president. So they said everything Buhari did was fine. They called you wailing wailers. Once you complain about their ineptitude, their ineffective, incompetency and all of that, when you complain about the killings, when you complain about the corruptions, they said corruption is fighting back. They said you are enemy of Nigeria. You as a Nigerian, automatically they made you to psychologically distance yourself from Nigeria, because whatever you say, these people who felt like Tinubu was going to become president, they will attack you, they will abuse you, they will call you names. Even all of you will be saying you be independent businessmen, or you run your life privately, or suddenly if you complain, they will say you be PDP member, you are enemy. All those people who are attacking you for the past 7 years, they were hoping for a day that is now 48 hours away, so that Tinubu can be crowned as president of Nigeria through APC. Buhari will hand over to Tinubu. It was a done deal. So they agreed to the destruction of Nigeria because of what they thought they were going to be rewarded with, presidency. Now, just in the next 48 hours, 72 hours, the reality is going to set in that they agreed that people who died, they deserve to die. Those who became poorer, they deserve to be poorer. Those who became refugees, they deserve to be refugees. All of those things they agreed to in the last 8 years is coming back to nothing in the next 72 hours. Tinubu is not going to be APC candidate, So by the time you are watching me right now, you they abuse me, you they type, you are typing angrily, you are typing, oh there. Many of you have been typing, abusing me for the past 7 years. Some of you even agree that now me get obsession about Tinubu. No be obsession. No. I was trying to save your heart and your kidney, from collapse, from the kind of disappointment that you are going to face, including the poverty, next devil, shame, and everything that you brought upon yourself. I was trying to save you, but I can't save everybody. My message can't save everybody. Many people have died. But many of you will know that nobody say you love Nigeria. Forget this story. Nobody say you love Nigeria. That's why you are supporting Nigeria. You are supporting Nigeria because you are waiting for a day Tinubu is going to be the APC presidential candidate so that he can shame his enemy. You can now see Kolu can then become your this and that. Listen to me. You have been abusing me for the past 7 years. Some of you said now because I hate him. I know hate him.
Nígbà tá à ń gbàdúrà ká bọ́ lọ́wọ́ òkú ayé kan tá a sì ń wò páǹbọ̀ ń bẹ̀ lọ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́ ìwọ ọlọ́run kí lè ṣe wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà gan tó tún wá gbé kọ́ọ̀lù mìíràn bọ̀ kọ́ọ̀lù burúkú lélẹ̀ abẹ́ ìbí ṣe à ń wò bí kọ́ọ̀lù.
Sure, you get me now. Obviously I hate him, but very soon now, all of them go come back. I go come to read all of you, especially on Twitter, on Facebook, how una go come dey curse APC, how una go come dey attack everything where you say was good, everything you say was perfect. When this whole thing come enter, when the gbedu enter body, enter body, all of una go speak Fulani, or you go speak Fufude, you go speak every language we say you no even understand before. You go begin to vomit the truth. We don't choke you. When the gbedu enter body, enter body. So you get me now. So my own be say I go there here. All of us go there here. We go say sorry you. May God not allow them, may them kill you. So if you are one of those obedient idiots, I no envy you. I wish I still have the same emotion that many of you are having. Everything gets its own expiry date. Are you with me? Maybe your own expiry date will be the long-lasting one, because now February next year. Any stunt where una won't pull, una no feel pull am like the people who don't follow Tinubu for the past 10 years, hoping that one day Tinubu is going to be called President Tinubu Jagabandit, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So the una own madness just they start. Una know una go the day offensive right now. Una go the day sensitive right now. Your emotion go the run riot right now. Everybody that says something right now is an enemy. Nigeria is going to be good again. Nigeria is going to be great again. All those dreams where una the type, continue to type them. You see these Tinubu boys, they don't deal with me for the past 10 years. Now every year they tell me say God go shame me. The next 72 hours, we go see how God they walk you. Some of them they pray. As for the Goodluck Jonathan supporters, listen to me very well. I don't get permanent friend per se. Una self, una go day here, come meet me here when everything done down or done. But to me and my household, if you ask us what we want, I will say, give us a Yoruba nation. An average Yoruba son and daughter deserves to live a better life. Yoruba have the resources. Yoruba have the expertise. Yoruba have the experience. Yoruba have the land. The Yoruba people are capable of handling our own affairs without any interference from any third party called Nigeria. Now, until we all agree to do this, I'm talking about until the entire Yoruba land agree that indeed we have been robbed, the future of our children have been mortgaged, the old age of our parents have been stolen. I mean, the comfort that should come with living in your own community has become things that eroded us. They have become things that we can now call luxury, safety, security, job, good economy. I'm talking about living in a better system that actually serves the people have become luxury to us. All these trends can change the day we all agree that Nigeria can no longer help us. But we are still part of Nigeria, you know that. For those of us who still have their green pass, I don't even know where I left mine. And I'm actually going to go to London soon to go and ask them for their green passport again. I mean, without it, they won't let me go anywhere all over the world. That is the stigma. That is the tag and something that this generation don't want to hand over to our own children to fight over. Until then, this is where we found ourselves. And this is why, if you ask us, what do you want? We want Yoruba nation. How are you going to get it? We know how to get it. We just need to get everybody on board as soon as possible. So when they told me that the 5 million people signature is concluded, I'm like, oh, that sounds great, like I said. So the next couple of days probably should also be interesting. So if you are all falling on the side of their political whatever, or you are falling on either on the APC expectation, the confusion, or you are falling on the side of the PDP, people destroying people, or people deceiving people, side of the whole, the radar. So, or you can save yourself all the stress. Pay attention to the Yoruba's self-determination advocacy. A lot is going on behind the scene, I've been told, and some of them are coming to light as we are talking. So you can pitch your tent into something more realistic, and that is the balkanization of what is today's contraption Nigeria. If you really, really love the people, if you really, really love Nigeria, I keep saying it, if you love Nigeria so much, you need to join others, and pressure, make it happen, break it up to save lives. As long as Nigeria is fused together, as long as this corrupt system continue to exist, as long as the system that continue to pop out criminals continue to exist or flourish, you can kiss a good life, a goodbye, wave at it, and forget about it in this your lifetime. As for your children, they will just have to continue from where you're going to stop. And it's just going to be again and again and again. But for so many people who have the real mindset, the real good thinking, right? They have decided that what they have witnessed in Nigeria, what Nigeria has done to us, they will never want their children to witness that as well. So they joined the gang, they joined the team of those who said, Otoge, not just talking about it, they are acting on it. So if you don't join, you don't know. However, I am going to pop you on a short hold now, where I'm going to open the line. For those who want to call in, oh, I've got something I wanted to tell you, Maiyegun. I forgot. Now I'm going to tell you tonight. You probably should dial that number. The number on your screen is set a WhatsApp call only, right? To my friends on on Facebook, on YouTube. Like I said, you can still share the broadcast if you haven't. You can still like the video if you haven't. And I mean, you can subscribe too on Maiyegun's Diary Politico if you haven't. Do that and you won't miss anything. When I get back in a minute or two, we will continue from here as I start taking calls. Remember that. Don't go anywhere. Share the broadcast. And I will be back. Solid. So thank you very much for that. I have callers, by the way, so I'm going to take my first call. So let's see. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun. How are you?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Jude calling from US.
Jude, good to hear from you again. So you are live. Everybody can hear you, sir.
Thank you, my brother. Well, I just want to make a few comments from when Jonathan was talking. He said something that caught my attention. He says laws are designed to solve problems, and that is how it should actually be. But in the case of Nigeria, it is never so. Okay, in any sane society, laws are actually not only designed to solve problems, but designed to make life better and easier for the populace, for the citizens. And in the case of Nigeria, almost every law that Nigeria designs, there's always a fraudulent undertone to it.
That's right.
There's always something that those who are supposed to implement that law, it's like creating an avenue.
There's always
to continue
agenda,
hidden agenda, and also creating an avenue for more corruption in that system. Okay? Today, Nigeria, for many years now, Nigerians have told us, or the leaders have told us, that there is no roadblock. Nigeria, there's supposed not to be any roadblock, right?
Every police IG always say that one. I'm canceling all roadblocks. Nah, lie. It's part of their manifesto every time.
And yet you go to every, especially in the east and in the west, you see roadblock almost every kilometer in every highway. And the armies, the customs, the police, they are busy extorting money, collecting money from poor Nigerians that have already been bastardized, okay, that have already been brutalized, that the economic situation has already been squashed by the same system. And yet they will tell us we are creating this to make life better. Yet, whereas every law Nigeria makes is to further impoverish Nigerians, is to further continue to make Nigerians of a less human being feel of a less human being.
To dehumanize them, to
dehumanize
them, and then weaponize that against them.
Weaponize them. Undermine their integrity. Look at the way Nigerian, for instance, I know we are not talking about what we're saying mainly about this. What we're saying is mainly about the election that is going on. But look at the way Nigerian police go to arrest human beings, the way they manhandle them, the way the kind of crude way. Nigerian police they don't even have a handcuff. They just go, move it. They continue to act like animals. These are the people that are supposed to claw. So for everybody that is still believing that a very, very corrupt system,
a very crude system,
like Nigeria and the INEC will produce a legitimate and a decent political outcome result. That person should go and have his or her brain examined. I think that person is mad. Okay, I say this because
how could you ignore? See, Jude, right? How could people ignore the obvious? Then they are imagining that their numbers can do magic elsewhere and challenge a system that is completely going to, viscerate them. Like they won't see you eventually. Now the noise you go hear. How? Why? How could they ignore that? How could you ignore this? Shouting everywhere, election. Who is going to conduct the election?
Exactly. Who is going to conduct? Who is going to issue the PCV? Okay? Who is going to issue the PCV? Look, I bet you today to go and to obtain PCV in Nigeria today. It's like a Herculean task. Is it supposed to be so? No. The person that is going to issue the PCV, they have already been bribed. They have already given the mandate on who to issue PCV and how many they should issue. Everything has been rigged even before it started. Yes, the whole election has been rigged even before they go to the ballot box. They will tell you, go and get engaged. If you want to change the system, get engaged.
Banky W don't know better now, Sha. Then tell us say he win in the morning. He don't go Saraki place. They don't congratulate him. He don't do all this thing. Everything don't. Now evening then tell us say no. Now your faction. Now another faction. The new faction. We're supposed to win. So Banky W get your own breakfast to realize that keep deceiving yourself that you can break into them and change them. Keep deceiving yourselves and keep deceiving those who listen to you. I will never be one of them.
And it's all the whole system, there's deception all over. And why our Nigerian people and even the so-called educated ones are falling for this cheap deceit. These things that are very obvious. You see some so-called educated people in Nigeria falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. It baffles me. There is no way an incredible.
And then they will be asking you, now, what do you now say we should do? As if to say, you never mention them repeatedly and say, leave this system and demand for a system that can actually address all of this. They say, no, that's not possible now. Nigeria is not going to. So you agree Nigeria will not allow that, yeah? So you will now allow Nigeria to do election so that you can give criminals that will never allow what you want to happen, then the criminals can have power. Now, that's very, very smart. You are so smart. Go on.
It's so sad. And then for someone also to believe that if let's assume the election goes through and one person comes up as the president, to believe that that person is going to solve the myriad of problems that has besieged Nigeria today.
Everything.
I don't know what magic that person is going to bring. I don't know what
magic. Now their emotion they talk. If you listen to people like that, you know their emotion they talk. They're not listen.
The emotion. Look at recently, a few days ago. Was it not yesterday? See a bus loaded with. I believe these people are not even Nigerians. They are sending them to Lagos. They call them on the road. I mean, is that president going to start saying, okay, we now know that there are so many people in this country today scattered all over Nigeria that are not Nigerians. Let us preach them up because they are the ones causing this problem. They are the ones these politicians are using. Let us identify who are real Nigerians and those who are not Nigerians. That came here illegally.
Me that anybody that tried that, Jude, any president that tried that, he will end up arresting all of his friends that paid for his election campaign. That's how bad Nigeria is. When you try to say you want to clean the system of those who are causing problems, who are those giving them guns, who are those boys, you see, by the time you want to do that, you realize that when you look at your back, you will even have arrested your own campaign manager. I say, so you said they are among, arrest him. Now only you go remain. The way they told me, is such a terrible system that if you begin to dig, now you go run. Say, I don't want to see again.
Because it will be impossible as long as it is the right thing for any president to do to say, you know what, let us find a good way to identify those who are really citizens of this country and not those who are not and how they came in. As much as that would be the right thing to do, it will be to our own interest to solving some of the major security problems you have in this country. But no president will have the guts and will even be allowed to do such a thing. Because those who brought them in will not sit back and allow them to do it. And if that is the case, how then can we continue in this fraudulent system?
Thank you so much. Let me take another call too, just to manage our time.
Okay, my brother.
Thank you so much. Jude. That's another one there. You could talk with Jude for all night. Trust me. I have, and you can talk to any of my callers on Maiyegun's Diary Politico all night. That's how they are. They are made that way. Hello there, sir.
Good to have Ben, Baba Maiyegun.
Brother, how are you? Clemo.
I do. About congratulations to the little kid right there.
I know. I don't become musician since she came. I've made so I've composed so many songs, right? But don't worry, you'll hear them some time. Go on. Clemo.
Great one. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
In fact, if I'm born Nigeria, that word Nigeria, I absolutely is a disrespect for me personally.
And all thanks to Buhari. He made all of us know who we are, where we belong in Nigeria.
Even before Buhari acted more, it was just like we couldn't voice out extremely the way we wanted. Right? But right now, in fact, person will see they talk to write something on top this same program this night. Prince something in the comment section. Where they talk to you, say, why do you hate Tinubu? He can't ask the next question. Exactly. He can't ask the next question, say, who do you want us to vote for? How can someone still be talking about voting? How can someone still be? I mean, we want something progressive. We don't want to go backwards. I will never abuse anyone. He's saying his own mind, but he should, at least he's supposed to have learned from this school they have been coming to, TOT, every night. Does he think we are joking here, or we are just saying this like I don't understand that.
I mean, like
because of the killer, which legacy does he have for people? Legacy Woloni, man sọ̀rọ̀ bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ till today, even though I can be extra time Òṣìbàjò Òṣìmàmà wọ fìlà bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀. Legacy wo làwọn people yìí ní fún wa tí wọ́n sì lè sọ pé these are the things I have done for Yoruba people. These are things I have done in this country as a whole. In fact, there is hope. In fact, don't let me go there, well, because for normally we should have schools. Yeah, people we know they have done things. We can have schools named after them. School will have a name after Tinubu. Give me an example. Just give me like 2-3 examples of what they have done to help. Nothing. Except putting all this literate like Etioli. They were enriching people who never went to school. And on top of lost school, we don't even have opportunity to become who we want to be. As a Yoruba, why are we running away? We are not migrating, we are escaping. Why are we escaping from Nigeria? Yeah, in fact, I mean, some people can be so annoying that you don't call the day mama lady, you know, so nonetheless though, I mean, for me personally, I can't just imagine someone talking about election at this situation in a country that does not have ordinary electricity. I say, need any other thing, just give us only that thing. For how many years? You don't have it. Someone will still be talking about election. How can you be so...
Look at the people in Sri Lanka, Clemo, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't take it anymore. Baba. They were going after all their politicians, going after all the big men. The country. Last week or so, it was a hell for all the elite in Sri Lanka. Those who could run away. Because people were tired at that point. Because their currency crashed, their economy was acting up, and it's been like a hell in the last 2 years for them. They couldn't take it anymore. They shut the entire country down. Now they are talking about changing power, rearranging this and that, go like a great reset in Sri Lanka. But in Nigeria, a mountain of fire.
We don't even want reset. Give us our Yoruba nation, please. That's all we want. We are not even asking for this violence.
Exactly.
No reset, no referendum. Referendum, even nonsense now. So say this is what we are with. So how can I be negotiating with someone who I know they are doing? Baba, sometimes Yoruba go on like that in Moya. Go and watch this latest documentary about Yoruba, our kingdom. Go and watch it. The title on Netflix is Bigger Than Africa. Yoruba is bigger than Africa. Go and watch it, please. Anybody on this platform, go and watch it and see who you are. See where they took our forefathers from. Àwọn ọmọ Yankee tó ń gbé ní kinní wọn ní Yorùbá village. So ọmọ Yankee tí ò délẹ̀ Yorùbá yóò mọ̀ nípa Ọ̀yọ́ dọ́jọ́ ẹlòmíì lọ lórí platform wa. Tó tún kọlà, ó kọlà sórí mẹ́ta ní àárín orí mẹ́ta lẹ́kẹ̀ẹ́. Ẹ̀kẹ́ méjèèjì. Kò dẹ̀ dé Nàìjíríà rí kò just like this about his ancestors. His ancestors, there are some people who take these things personal. This cheating is just too much.
People that they took as slaves, right? Well, in that program. Everywhere they reached, every port they took them, they were leaving behind trade. So that everyone coming behind them can say, Yorubas have passed here. I could see their hand there. And they need to go and see that program, true, on Netflix. Bigger Than Africa.
That thing will enlighten you.
Yeah.
Yes, it will make you know who you are. They kept mentioning Ile-Ife, reach Oyo Kingdom. Even though in that same program, documented, they still even see all these so-called Obas. They sold us out. They made the elite. When Awolowo traveled out and studied, they came back. Zeke, same thing. They came back. They sidetracked all these Obas because they considered them as illiterate. When the Yoruba enter our Africa, our Yoruba kingdom, was it not Benin kingdom at that time? Yoruba is extremely, I don't want to go too much into that details, but at the same time, we need to know about where we originate or who we are. We should be proud of Yoruba.
If we know who we are for real, especially this young generation, none of us will agree to what Nigeria has done to us. You will completely disagree.
They have,
like as a Yoruba man.
Yeah, absolutely. Because to the people where they talk about our perform, man, what's it for you now? So I want to even, they said we should make 5 million petitions. We have done it now. So we need to really MKO. Tell us what's going on now. We need to know. You advocated for this. Don't keep silent. Let us know the way forward. Let's do this thing. Don't let go. Yeah, I was very happy.
It took longer than expected. Yeah, it took us a while. But the fact that they said that we've made their mark, Baba, that is significant. We can't just ignore it. It's significant. And I'm happy that they are celebrating it. But we want to see what is next. True.
We want to see what is next. All this Tinubu, the video of the week for me. Only very quick worry.
Make I show you again. Get one point where I won't put them at interval again, but I just abandon them, right?
Baba put them again. Oh, that video bad.
You are a bad children. Anyway, Clemo, make I take another call, eh? Thanks so much.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Nice one, Baba. That's a Clement. I have another call on the line. Here we go. Hello,
hey, Maiyegun, the general.
Sir.
You know who they talk, Abi?
I am suspecting this is Rodney. But because I have to
It can only be Rodney, Tensor General. That's it to those.
How are you?
To you,
I saw your message. See, some of you see, Rodney. I saw your message, right? And I was reading that and I'm like, Baba, take it easy. But it's good to hear from you again tonight anyway.
Oh boy, me I no lie you be my man to the call.
It was like
you be my man to the call. So congratulations to the awesome blessed princess. To you all, you know, true. Now we praise God for the man, we praise God for the woman, we praise God.
That's right. That's so complete. Thank you.
So maybe they take on one back. Yes, sir. That's all we did. So even my brother, the Indian Nigerian, I think they hear now. You say,
this guy's probably watching us right now, and it's like, I'm gonna try and call him too.
Yeah. So hear me, my brother.
How are you, Baba?
Let me. No, I different. But you know, see me, I don't feel whole body. I want to talk.
Fire.
I want to talk. Number one, God bless you. You know, I never used to from Babangida's time, you know, where I was a young boy and I was able to understand this guy's Maradona move, like 100%. I look, all these are our elders, all these are our parents. Don't they see what this man is doing? He's so intelligent and he's actually deliberately destroying the nation. From that time, I did not have any interest in Nigeria and Nigeria's politics anymore, you know. From even Awolowo and Shagari's time, I'm like, wow, this is horrible, you know. So that won't happen. I used to be there. This thing is so
following, and at that young age, you've realized so early enough, but we didn't have social media.
I'm telling you, man. So and we didn't have social media. I just thought, oh my God, we are dead if a nation can operate like this. And then now I started I started listening to, you know, because I completely lost interest. I knew that this place is a hellhole. I thank God it took me out of there since 1991. And literally, God took me out of there. If you read Isaiah 55 verse 1, that's how I got out of Nigeria. Okay. Now, I say, listening to you, it brought me inside. All these things I understand from a distance.
All those childhood memories, things you've actually thought about back then, that you felt like if I said them out, they would think I'm mad as a young boy. Now, I was actually right. Now, Maiyegun is talking about
my brother. Now, Maiyegun, I'm listening to you. I'm saying this is a sound political analyst. You only chose Nigerian politics. You are a sound political analyst. And I think anybody listening to you, whether you be Igbo, whether you be Yoruba, you are listening to Maiyegun, and you actually have the guts to say this guy is crazy. I think you're very here because you are mad.
All the time. I'm used to that too. I just read them, I just pass on.
My brother, it means these people are so deluded. These people, look, I agree. You are truly mad, you know. You know why? When people have weaponized poverty against your brain like this, for generation after generation, you cannot think well now.
No, you
my brother, imagine where classroom teacher will bring a goosey into classroom for you to come and break. I mean, how will your head?
Instead of reading and studying.
How will your head work normally? Then the people that are worse, if you were a politician in Nigeria, I would understand you because it's your racket. It's your business. You kill people for money. You are happy. You do it. It pays you. This is how you see profit. I understand you. But if you are one of the people suffering, and you are part of Nigerian politics, my brother, your own can never be good again.
I know they blame anybody or say your own dumb bajel because how can you be this dumb?
My brother.
Eh?
Then the set that is worse than that one are the ones that they call themselves educated. My brother. I understand the people who will say, educated, and they say, I've looked at that system, it's too powerful, you can't break it, you can't beat them, so join them. Even I understand those people because they can see the evil, they acknowledge it, and they just say, it's too powerful for us. The people I do not understand, and they are already in hell, and they are hell. They will need a miracle from heaven to change them. Those are the people who are educated, and they can see sense in Nigerian politics. These are the worst people. These how they call them? Bele lecturer, Mumu lecturer.
The Bele lecturer, the Mumu lecturers, and the Mumu Madu. You know, the Bele lecturers are those who are educated. They claim to know the problems of Nigeria. But they want to make money from it. So their bellies control what they say. They don't give a damn about Nigeria.
They are the worst. They will die. Let me tell you the truth. Posterity will cost our generation if we do nothing. At this point, put Nigeria under this political setup for the next 8 years. The Republic of Congo and Haiti will be 10 times. They will be 100 times better than Nigeria. Just forget about
that. Is if we have not even ended up as refugees in those places. Because that one too is already so close to us.
Boy, you are feeling me. We will be refugees in Haiti and in Republic of Congo. That's exactly where the direction we are going with this political system. And the people who are doing this as their racket, they don't. Peter Obi, Tinubu, Diapers Oga, all of them. They don't understand. They just want to go and have their share. But we, common people, when you don't get education again, you don't get light again, you don't get anything again. If they go Idiroko Road, they go Lagos. Now prayer, you go they pray, make you no die for that road. You know how people they manage them every day. If they go, how can you support these people? My brother, let me.
So far, no, they tire them.
I don't know, my brother. I don't know. So anybody on Maiyegun that you are coming to type nonsense, let me advise you and all those that are listening. Nigeria has a breakfast prepared for you. You will be worse off 4 to 8 years from now if you allow Nigeria to continue. You will become refugee in Haiti. You will become refugee in Republic of Congo.
They are already doing this, Rodney. They are already doing this. I reject it.
Already refugee.
You think that one is enough?
You know,
to reject it.
So if you call Maiyegun or me crazy, I understand you. Your head, your brain, way they don't match full for ground. You cannot think again now. No. So finally, my brother, make I manage full finally for this thing because oh boy, they fire me up. Yeah. They say, I know they call in again. I just listen to you. When you don't talk finish, I don't know what to talk again. Because the thing now bitter sweet message, you know, now sweet and sour.
Sweet.
Not only your humor. Now they make the thing. Now they make person feel they swallow that bitter pill.
Because we need to. If not, I mean, my people say, I have to care about your mental health. Though. If I come here all the time and you go to bed scared, like, man, that's the way Maiyegun said last time. Man, I can't sleep. No, come on, man. Maybe if you can remember the time you were laughing, that's enough for to mix them up. So that tomorrow you will have the same strength to join me again. I like that.
Mental health, where they talk now, very serious issue. Because when you analyze this whole thing, people feel a person will get common sense, we understand. Say, this is life. Oh, you brought me, just came to help me confirm everything I already understood. And you now put me deep inside, put me in the middle of Nigerian politics. I understand it.
What am I going to do now? Yeah, okay.
I understand it. So make I put you finally. You know, my brother, where they talk about the movie on Netflix. You know, say this now my own my own pulse. Be this one. When they talk about where Yoruba come from, where Igbos come from, where Biafra come from, you know, and I tell you, anybody listening, we need to wake up Africa. My YouTube channel, by God's grace, is going to come up. And my focus is to wake up Africa. I want Yoruba man and Igbo man to watch me. Nigeria holds the key to Africa. When I say Nigeria, let me put it right. Yoruba and Igbo, they hold the key to the freedom of the whole continent called Africa. They literally hold the key. And they don't understand it. And I know, you know, when you hear Marcus Garvey, when you hear Martin Luther King Jr., when you hear Malcolm X, when you hear these names, you don't even know how they link to you. We are not Christians. We are not Muslims. We are a people who have a culture that white people came to steal that culture and repackage it as Christianity. The people of the Arabs came to repackage that culture and called it Islam. So people don't even know who they are. They don't know where they are coming from. They don't have a clue. When they read the Bible, like it was to me gibberish. The Bible was gibberish to me until I understood history. And then I understood why everything happening around the world is happening. So I praise God for people like that guy. Guten Abend, Clem. God bless you. You know, me to German.
Oh, yeah. You guys speak so like friendly, Baba, because you have been everywhere now. A senior man. Rodney, let me take another call, right, to manage our time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow, bless you.
Nice one, Baba. You have a good one, eh? So I'll take one more call. I don't know if, hello there. Oh, hang on. I don't know why you didn't connect it to the main studio. Now, I think that's you. Hello.
Maiyegun, Baba.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Maiyegun, Baba. How far now?
I do, Baba. Just the here. I know past my.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're doing a very good job. My name is Fola. I'm calling from New York.
Thank you so much, sir. Fola from New York, sir.
Yeah, calling from New York. Yeah.
Please.
My woman, I know they talk English. I go pidgin straight.
Just make it easier for
me. I go ask you one question now.
Please.
Now you supposed to ask me a question, but I'm go ask you now.
No, you can't.
All these politicians, Maiyegun,
yes, sir.
If they want to swear into office, if they tell them they swear with Bible, they go swear.
Yes.
If they say they swear with Quran, they go swear. Yes. If they say they swear with Shango, they go swear.
I think they would. You know, people always ask that question, sir, right? Usually, right? Swearing by faith has to do with your faith. It's not the state. You know, if you
get faith.
Yeah, for example, if you are a Christian, right? They'll provide you a Bible. If you're a Muslim, they'll provide you a Quran. Now, if you are a traditionalist, you can tell them, give me Ogun, give me this and that. But people always ask that, why don't we, but that's not how it works, sir. But again, I believe that as a traditionalist, if you become a public office holder, you can ask. You can deny Quran and Bible and say, give me Ogun. But you can't give
it. That's the major problem. Your last caller just said something.
It's not our religion, I know. Go on.
Your last caller just said something. Your last caller said, whether we like it or not, we are not Christians, we are not Muslims. We just deceive ourselves.
Yes.
We are not. So are you telling me everybody went to China now go a fire? Well, everybody went to India go a fire? God give us our own religion. Make we deal with ourselves. But because of what we want still, because of the things we want, the politicians are not our problem. Now we be ourselves problem.
We are part of it. I agree. I agree.
No, Maiyegun not part.
Okay, go on.
Maiyegun, if you become a councillor today,
yes, sir.
If you become a councillor today,
yes, sir,
or a local government chairman, the people will go they congratulate you, go pass 100,000. The next morning you go see them in front of an office. My pikin won't pay school fees. My pikin, I won't pay house rent. Invariably, what they are telling you is We're not sending you to go do anything for the society. We are just telling you to go there, take the money, and give it to people around us. Maggie, did you see the video going around to do? Yeah. The wife of that guy's name that always say want to president for Kogi?
State governor.
Make person wife. How much be Yaya salary itself?
How much be Yaya salary? Thank God you mentioned it. We'll come back to this. Let me see if I.
With all these.
To try and see if I still have where he was. She was.
By the grace of God, we are going to do 1 million.
Don't worry, everybody. Congratulations.
Keeping you waiting, sir. Yeah, I just mentioned it. I just remember that I wanted to say something about it, and I'm glad I quickly shared that. Yeah, I have the video. I saw it. The wife of the governor sharing 1 million naira to her staff. She's not even a government employee, not elected or not nothing. No, just wife of the governor. That's it.
If the wife can share that, how much the husband will share?
Well, you can only imagine it, sir.
1 million. So if you see police officers there,
they were.
If that woman tell,
they call them.
Yeah, if that woman tell this police, say they go kill anybody, they go kill them.
No question, without question, sir.
With
I mean,
you see,
about 1 million, 1 million, no be. She 1 million kereni, sir. You want to buy 1 million?
People did that state will never collect salary. When they collect 26,000 naira half salary.
They're the old workers over 3 years, 4 years salary as you are watching this video, sir. Yeah.
Okay, I never tell me you don't give them money. Why put it on video?
They just want to show how successful they are. Very successful.
Like you said, like you've always been saying, these people no send us. They no see us. You see, that Basigba Yoruba nation, anybody to buy opportunity to run come up for that country, I beg, Japa. It's easier to talk from outside. Because a lot of people won't talk from inside, so I don't go lie for you, Maiyegun.
I know.
A lot of people won't talk. But when you don't know where your next meal they come from, you don't know where the next meal they come from, and you know, say this kind of Rashida now, this kind of Yaya wife now, she tell police to come carry you for doing nothing. I know they support Okoro Chao, but see the way they enter that guy's house. As rich as he is, if they can do that to him, then who are you? Who am I?
You're right. Did you see how scared
for grand?
Was, sir? Did you see how scared?
They
are still trying to break it.
For grand.
That video. See how scared. Big man, former governor, senator.
Big man, former governor, 2-time governor, senator.
Nigeria is a messed up place. I don't know.
Nigeria is messed up. Nigeria no get structure. The foundation is faulty. We have to go, like you always say, we have to go our separate ways. Nobody say we ate Igbos. Nobody say we ate Awusas. Growing up, we had Igbos as friends. We had Awusas as friends. Even Fulanis as friends. No problem. I go enter your country. You go enter my country. We go there together. No wahala. But let's sit down and build our own constitution ourselves. So as Yorubas, as Igbo.
We can move out on a peaceful way. Why is that difficult?
I'm not saying, why would you say Nigeria is non-negotiable? Are you mad? It's non-negotiable. How? What are you saying? Are you crazy? I marry you, I say I don't want to marry again. You say, no, it's non-negotiable. I must marry you by force. And it's letting talk now.
No, Baba, no, you don't finish up. You don't finish up. They say it's non-negotiable. It's not negotiable. And they say we have to stay together. Then staying together means we have to stay together peacefully. How is that going to work? I say I don't do it. I say I don't feel go.
I say, money more fair ya wo mi mo odi mo láti dúró síbẹ̀ tó bá ṣe bí mama so child support mama fi visa wodo ẹni ko child ti wà lambe why you go say make I say marriage you say I don't want stay again now they cause death now husband they beat wife won't go they say make wife no go later they go say husband kill wife because at the end of the day now oh to the rubbish now baba make I no lie for you all those olokada who dey for Lekki all those people no even they no be Nigerians though. All those guys are Chadians, Nigerians.
Yes.
Those guys then get plans though. The day they will strike. They killed that guy now last week. Where they say 100 naira change or something. Maiyegun waiting happen, nothing happen. They don't kill her, they don't kill him. They killed one woman too. They don't kill him, Baba. Baba, they don't kill him, Baba. I don't believe I feel the person will go the fear to go Nigeria. Baba, I don't get anything. I don't leave anything for Nigeria.
So
luckily for me, my mom said,
you won't go pick what you forgot.
Baba was saying, Baba, no be now. Now Yoruba nation, I feel go. I can go to Yoruba nation.
Bless you.
I can go to Yoruba nation, but not be Nigeria. No. A wife of a governor sharing 1 million to domestic staff on video. How much is the husband's salary?
Do you know
you are owing people salary?
The governor, sir. Do you know the salary of the governor is just somewhere around there, 1 million, 1.1 million naira? Do you know that?
It doesn't make up to 50 million a year.
It doesn't. No governor collects that.
Yeah, and those staffs where I see there, they're past 15.
And
Rashida they share money. Another one won't be president. Now then Tinubu sell us, but thank God say they don't play in cards for him.
Yes.
They don't play in cards for him. In go hear him. He go sell us to Fulani. After waiting I put to Awo, waiting I put to Abiola, you still went ahead to do that. I'm so happy. Now today I happy fast. I wish Jonathan will come and do that their consensus. Become the president of their Nigeria.
That one will be special day on Maiyegun's diary Politico because
I don't know. We go do party. We go do party.
Who they wait?
Maybe we go do the party with the naming ceremony of your pikin. We go do party. We go do big party. We go do party. Now what I want make you come up for that PDP go there.
What did I want to talk about Jonathan?
Kosin got over someone now.
But they don't care.
Jonathan.
They don't care. Now we they use.
These people know. Now we they talk. These people don't send you, Baba. They don't see you. If they go do what they go do now, Baba. Banky win. They can't have for our front. They say you no win again. Waiting happen. Nothing go happen. Nothing go happen now. Baba, more the time God say we don't do here, but may keep the enlightened people back home.
Yes.
Yeah, may the enlightened people. You're doing a very good job.
Thanks, man.
And thank you very much. One more time, congratulations. May I allow other people call?
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you very much, Maiyegun.
Thanks so much, sir. I appreciate this.
God bless you.
I'm going to take my last call now, and I'm going to ask my caller to make it quick, if possible, because our time is gone. So, hello there. Hello.
One number.
One name, my brother, sir. How are you?
Ekaleo. Eku womo.
Akuwaju. Eku idarapọ̀ mọ́ wa o.
Abio.
Thanks for joining us. Osita.
Shara arale.
Kókó lára tá le.
Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́
Ọlọ́run. And that simply means that we are strong. And
this is Osita.
One name Osita. My last caller tonight, we will always make it count anyway. So, here you are. Osita, sir.
This is the first time and the last call on this program.
You will be tonight. I mean, You'll be closing the program tonight.
You know, let me start with Rocha. Rochas has to. Rochas used to be the then governor of Imo State.
That's right.
I will give you a little breakdown on how he became governor, and you will see what he's doing on the internet. The video he was recording, you will see that he's a fraud. He's a fraudulent idiot.
Yeah.
Because the way he became governor of Imo State, it was through church. Through church.
Through the
especially
church,
the Orthodox Church of the Anglican
now.
and the Catholic. Hakim, the then governor, never gave him the chance, the opportunity to even campaign in Imo State. So what he did was he went through church. And when he went through church, he was doing some charities in church. And at the end of the day, when he declared, and Hakim came against him. In fact, it was the church that went to call him to come and run for governorship election. It was done in Azomta Cathedral in Imo State in Owerri. Now, on coming to Owerri, Hakim did not allow him because he was a sitting governor.
I remember.
But when Hakim did all those things, what did the people do? People, out of ignorance, out of foolishness, myopic mind, what they did, he scammed those, especially the old people, and they took pity on him. They will go, their children will make like an vote. Yes, they will make an artwork of him. They will hang his picture. Where a woman is frying akara, the woman will put the picture there, will put the artwork there. That was how in Owerri, there was no Rocha billboard in anywhere in Owerri. You cannot find it. Because I knew by then I was living in London and I had the opportunity to be around Owerri because I was having a project there for 2 good months. Now, he scammed the people. I'm just trying to tell you how the Fulani came into the eastern part of Nigeria, especially my own state, Imo State. He was the architect. I am not a supporter of PDP. I've never been kind to Nigerian politics anyway. I've never voted. So what happened was he now moved. When he won the governorship election, he now decamped from ABGA to APC, even instead of PDP, because it was Patient Jonathan, Madam Jonathan. I call Madam Jonathan. He was the one that actually made him the governor of that state. But he didn't go to PDP. He moved to APC. That is the invitation.
The genesis of what he's facing today.
The genesis of this erratic people, irrational ideas in the eastern part of Nigeria. That was it.
So people giving all their goodwill to somebody, believing that with him, he can turn the tide, ignoring everything obvious, ignoring other things that could be so real, and only for them to come back and regret it. Okorocha is an example.
Yes. My brother, the most fairest election I've ever seen, it was free and fair. Even the governor lost inside the governor's house was his election because people believed in him.
I remember. And
because he came through church.
My people, my governor,
that was when he started my people, my people. At the end of the day, the first thing he did was to erect the statue of Buhari right there in Imo State. So I am trying to tell you that this guy is a scumbag.
Do you know that this is not the first time? I remember one time when he had issue with Hopeless Uzodijo in Owerri, and they arrested. You remember that drama? You called in and you said, all this video we are seeing now fraud. If it's Okorocha, it's deceitful. If you pay attention very well, it's just trying to curry sympathy. He doesn't deserve it. I remember
that
you said
is what he did. Yes. Now he's coming again. He did the same thing by recording a video. Me and you and the Okorocha, who knows Nigerian police better, who knows army better,
know them better.
He knows them better. They are not going to kill him. They are not going to do anything to him. But he was thinking that I probably have an inroad towards this presidency. So, and if you look at it, he has a good rapport with the Northerners because he was born there.
He does.
He was born and brought up, raised there.
Yeah.
Everything about him is there. The money he made is there from the Abacha administration. When he bought all the things that he bought for Nigerian police, he was in charge.
I know.
He was the #1 contractor of the Nigerian police. So he made this money from there. So now you are recording that thing so that people will not come to his aid and say, oh, Rochas, what did you do? Why is this government wicked like this? Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at what
president, so he wants to be president too.
Yes, yes. I was hearing the two last callers that said that look at Nigeria. Must you arrest somebody like that, my brother? What is good for all? I mean, for one, is good for all.
That's right.
And it's good for the ganjas, the way they say.
I mean, now,
my brother,
is good for the goose, is also good
they've
for the
been doing it to the ordinary people. I told them, when they look for the ordinary people to do it, they didn't find, they will start doing it to themselves. Because it is a group of evil people.
Osita, you want to make her add something? You want to make her add something quickly?
Yeah.
I told people, I said, they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. Some people are justifying it now. There are politicians who are going to run away from Nigeria soon, and they will also be boxed back like a common criminal. Because everything they've done during Buhari's time, one day they will not be there anymore, right? Then most of them will be on the run when the karma comes calling. Now, you will now understand that the treatment they gave to Nnamdi Kanu, that they did because they could do now, some of them are going to get similar thing, even worse. Okay? I told people that, and I believe it's going to happen too, but it's a matter of time. Osita.
So, coming to that, when they look for people they would do it to, they didn't find the ordinary people. They will start doing it to themselves.
Yes.
This thing you are seeing, Nigeria is not, somebody said that Nigeria is drifting towards the state of anarchy. Nigeria is in the state of
It's already in anarchical state as we speak. If you are thinking it's going there, that means you are still trying to manage.
It's already there. Okay. There was a day you said, or you said something. You said, let none of us, let it not be that day that all of us will now go and say to Nnamdi Kanu that we are sorry. That the person we have there might not be the person we think he is. Look, let me tell you. I've been thinking about it the very day you said this thing. And you know the common thing that came to my mind, my brother? I asked myself, the Nigerian woman that we know, the proud Nigerian woman that we know, will leave a place that she has all the authority, all the command. She will go and live in Dubai where she doesn't have command at all. Is that not suspicious? It is suspicious.
There's so many suspicions, Baba. And that is why we believe that if there is any chance of dismantling the system to expose what is hidden, right? Some people will not be able to continue to cover their track. And that's what they are doing now, covering their track.
You remember?
Do that and make everything looks normal, and they can just disappear.
You remember the day you were talking about you were talking about Amaechi's show, right? And we were talking, and when I called it, I said that nobody, no good man can walk in this present day field that we find ourselves.
You said that. I remember.
And I remember a few weeks later, we talked about Obi, and I said, even if Obi is a good man, where is he going to contest for? He doesn't have the numbers because these people will tell us that it's all about the game of numbers. That is the only grammar. That is the only grammar they understand in political
Or the youth
science.
say they are going to give Obi the number now. Sita, are you not following? They said they are going to
the youth. I am telling you the gospel truth. I am telling you the gospel truth. We are just doing everybody is just doing what they want to do. They will handpick whosoever they want to put there. And the only heaven that will fall is that
these people don't know that as they are saying that their future is at stake. You see, the owners of Nigeria, they have a lot to lose if you have your way. So it's a battle of light and darkness. But some of them don't know that you don't do battle of darkness and light and say you want to win. No, you dismantle the entire system that gave darkness its base. And then the battle is
you cannot be here. You cannot be here. You cannot be here, not there.
No,
you have to be in one particular place.
Yeah.
I am advising everybody, join the bandwagon. Yeah. The wagon might not be so popular as at the time of our fathers, but that wagon is popular as at this time.
It's moving.
Join this bandwagon. And there's something I want to say.
Quickly.
The biggest instrument that Nnamdi Kanu used against these people, especially the leaders in the East, my brother, we have no gun to shoot.
I know.
We have no guns to shoot. We have no bombs to explode.
I know.
But the only thing he had was that seat alone. That seat alone tell a lot in their body. Yeah. And I am telling people, do not wait for somebody to come and tell you to do this thing. No. On that day, don't get their PVC. On that particular day, let no man come outside. And let me see if the whole world will not talk about it.
Our people just don't understand. That's why I said I'm going to use my time to explain why. Like you said, we are not going to force anybody to do anything, but you will have enough information that will help you to say, no, I'm not participating in that nonsense. And guess what, Osita? People are already saying it. You know what? The moment Peter Obi left PDP, many people said, me, I'm not voting. No, I'm done. Those who are shouting PVC, now small, they will agree that the people who actually vote during election in Nigeria are the people who don't vote. So if you join them, you legitimize the whole exercise, and you will be surprised at the the turnout of event. But will be everybody fitting come outside like that to sit up because they are trying before.
Either we like it or not, we are about the 5th largest democracy in the world. They will talk about it if people don't come out for the election, especially the southern part of Nigeria. That what we demand for, they will come and ask us, even this international community, they will come and ask us, what do we want? And we will say that it's referendum that we want. Like I said, we have not told anybody that we want to break away. We're only asking for just one thing. Just one thing. Include it there. Just one thing. Referendum, that's just what we want.
And then they said they continue to take our lives for it. They criminalize it. They said carrying a placard or a selfie stick on your phone is a weapon. And they consider it as a weapon. And if, as a police officer, they have been ordered to shoot aside anybody holding a weapon. In Nigeria, democracy, who is deceiving who, Baba?
I was talking to one of my friends who is a police officer in Nigeria. I told him, let's not be deceived. You know, when Pharaoh, when Moses went to Egypt and told Pharaoh, let my people go. What happened? God hardened his heart, hardened his mind. He was tough. He was everything. I said, look, let me tell you, it will surprise you one day. That my friend, his name is Ladi. They know you, they know your house.
Chase you out of your house. You go run. They will chase you. You go run out of your house. Like, say, no be your house. You go run out of your house. Go? Help me. Help me.
Yes, even somebody go gbebon. Somebody go gbebon. Tó guy bá ní kó gbebon. Oh, ní rí owó tó máa fi gbebon ẹ. I told him that we are right here in the state of anarchy. He said, what do I want him to do? I told him that, what do I want you to do? You're asking me. I told him, get out of that job. That's what I told him. I told him, get out of that job before it's too late. Because that job, if you don't take time, that job will consume you, consume your family. Because when the people rise, I told him, the biggest force in the world, people used to think it's water, they used to think it's fire. The biggest force in the world is the people's force. When the people come against you,
when
I
they
told
rise,
you,
they don't.
When they rise,
they don't.
Oh, nearly Esther to my feeling. Oh, nearly Esther to my feeling. Oh, nearly Esther. You will not see. I said when the people rise, everybody are looking at the masses now. They are thinking that the masses will not rise. But one day, when they rise, I told them that even airport staff
I'm telling you, Baba, I said some of them will have to go through the Nadeco route. It's about smart, what to go alarm here before the day. They would have been gone. And many people will be like, something won't happen. Why all these people they run away for airport? Something is cooking though. Those who are smart among them. But for those who are so overconfident, Baba, that day of reckoning, when it comes knocking, let's see when no buy self go collect. Osita, make a let you go, right? Baba?
Okay, look at just one thing now. Look at they asked the former governor of Anambra State.
Yeah.
He told them that I told you guys after my tenure, I am traveling, I am relocating. He didn't hide it. When they released him, the way he left Nigeria now, nobody knows. He ran.
You remember that
the video was there.
Man, I know. That is Obiano. Obiano, we won't come out.
Oh.
They don't allow him come out. Now, they arrested him because he was traveling out of Nigeria. But the day they will let him go, they don't tell us. So it's true, Sita. They said court collected his passport. But until I saw him in the American airport.
Even Hatfield Jackson here, Hatfield Jackson Airport here. Yeah. In Atlanta, that was where they recorded the video. He was running himself. When they cleared him from the custom and the immigration, he was running, dragging his wife.
I saw it now. He didn't expect that he was going to be cleared in American immigration, by the way. So when he got cleared, he flew from Nigeria, from Abuja, flew to America, got cleared. I saw the video. He was so happy, like, thank God I don't jack back. Me, Anambra, bye-bye you. But guess what? One day he's going to return and he's going to tell them in Anambra that he's brought something new.
Yeah.
That he forgot. The idea he forgot when he was governor. Now he's going to bring somebody to, as he be now, it is just an endless madness. Why should anybody see, Osita, why should anybody subject themselves to such harrowing experience every 4 years? They tire them. Why? That's the question I always ask myself. Why would I want to subject myself to this harrowing, horrible experience in the hands of all these rogues every 4 years?
That was the reason. That was the reason. You remember the other day we were talking and I said to you that individually we have a lot of work to do. And that's the reason I will not keep quiet.
No.
I will keep saying it and keep saying it.
Yes.
We need. They say charity begins at home.
That's right.
If we all can concentrate in our family and spread this message, it will go faster than when we think that they go to church or they go to mosque and start talking about it.
I know.
We have to. Because if you now find out that your pastor is only there to guide you when it comes to reading the Bible, but he's not there to guide the circumstances of your existence, then you will understand that.
Well, yeah? You question your purpose.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like I told one of my friends the other day, if you don't have money, you will look for your friends. You will look for me. You will not go and look for your pastor. I said, you will not go and look for your pastor to give you money. You will not look for your friends.
Looking for people
Do you understand? I said that is the way it is.
It is. And we have a lot of work to do. That's the cap of all our conversation tonight, Osita. Like after knowing the truth, after knowing better, we should all do better. You agree?
Yeah, perfectly.
God bless you. Osita, you have a good evening, sir. It's a pleasure talking to you again tonight. And I hope I'm lucky next time again. So have a safe one, yeah? So this is where we're going to draw the curtains. And I bet I can bet you Leila would like to have a last hug and touch and all that before he goes to bed. I'm sorry I keep mentioning Leila. You guys don't understand having a new baby? Well, I never understood too. It's been 7 years ago. Now that I have Leila, trust me, everything now is going to be Leila, and all of that. Because it's such a beautiful experience. And we've all been like that in the house and even outside here. So thank you for your time. And thank you for spending your time with me tonight. To everybody who is part of this today, right? Don't leave without liking the video, okay? You can still like it. You can still share it. You can still subscribe onto Maiyegun's Diary Politico if you haven't, okay? And if you are just joining us, you can also watch this all over again, all right? In the next couple of hours, some of this video is going to come back in parts, just to cut it out and make it easier for you to watch if you want to watch it in parts as well. And then the replay will come up the following day. So to everyone who spent their time with me tonight, thank you once again. And to my super chatters and super stickers and all them, my callers, the commenters, all of you, even those who they abuse me, thank you. I hope you enjoy your night with me, right? So what will happen is that I am going to see you some other time. Until then, stay safe and be good. Don't let all you learn there today, don't let them go to waste. Come on. Odaro.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù
lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.